College football returns under the lights at North Greenville University. Gunslinger Dylan Ramirez and the North Greenville Crusaders return to the upstate. They'll welcome the 6th-ranked West Florida Argos and standout Pee Wee Jarrett to town. It's another critical Gulf South Conference showdown. Welcome to Yount Stadium. Alongside Benjamin London, I'm Noah Frary. Through 4 games, North Greenville, Benjamin, they boast one of the best defenses in the Gulf South Conference. But tonight against West Florida, who scores 30 points a game, this is a completely different test. How do you slow down the Argos?
Yeah, it starts with their defensive line for North Greenville. Obviously, they created a lot of different pressure points, using those middle linebackers as well to pressure the quarterback, get him in some uncomfortable situations, and then rely to get on a 3rd down and long situation for them to pass the ball, and then rely on your veteran secondary to create those big plays for North Greenville to be able to get some turnovers.
Those big plays will be a theme as we take a look at our players to watch. Starting with West Florida wide receiver John Giles. He's coming off a 2-touchdown performance against West Georgia. What makes him such a matchup nightmare?
Yeah, I mean, he is a matchup nightmare, and you see one-on-one, it's not 50-50, it's 70-25 balls, as this one right here is just a perfect example. He wins every battle he goes up with and is able to come away with big plays.
North Greenville wide receiver Dre Williams, he's back from injury after missing week 4. What makes his game so dangerous?
Yeah, he's not just elusive with his speed, but his hands as well. He's able to go up and grab some tight coverage balls and is able to create some massive plays on offense and make some juke moves just like that one to create some space that gives him the opportunity to get away and score touchdowns like these for North Greenville.
A big-time matchup. The North Greenville Crusaders have made their way onto the field. The Argos soon to follow. North Greenville coming in 1-0 in Gulf South Conference, or 1-1 rather, in Gulf South Conference play on the season. But a different type of test tonight, Benjamin, against a very good West Florida Argos team that's ranked 6th in the country.
Yeah, this is arguably probably one of the best defenses that North Greenville's going to face. And it's up to Dylan Ramirez. Hey, he's done well against some good defenses, but some of the best, we'll see how he comes out and plays and directs this offense to get them, have a spark, to get them rolling here early.
Coin flip taking place at midfield. North Greenville in the red jerseys, the white pants today. West Florida in the navy blue pants and the white tops. West Florida undefeated in this series all time. They've won the previous 4, although last year a tight one in Pensacola, won at the buzzer by the West Florida Argos. We take a look at our tale of the tape so far. We mentioned West Florida's offense, 32 points per game. North Greenville, though, this defense is going to have to be a catalyst in tonight's matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things is you look at rushing and passing, they're kind of a balance. They do have a little bit more yards in pass, but they do run the ball very well. So North Greenville's defense is going to have to stay strong in that front 7 in order to allow them to rely more on their pass game than that rush game.
This West Florida front 7, as you mentioned, one of the best in the country at getting to the quarterback. It's not going to be easy tonight keeping them out of the backfield.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy at all, and that's what North Greenville's going to have to do is just saying, hey, pressure, 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 and that's exactly what they're going to have to do in order to apply pressure on West Florida's offense to say, hey, go back, pressure their quarterback, and force them into some uncomfortable situations that they haven't really seen a lot of this year.
Moments away from getting this football game underway. It appears North Greenville set to kick off. UWF winning the toss, deferring to the second half. A big-time showdown here under the lights at Yount Stadium. First-year head coach Caleb Nobles for the West Florida Argos. UWF coached by Jeff Farrington. And North Greenville to receive the opening kickoff. Jarek Foster back deep to receive. And as Alford also back deep. North Greenville looking for a fast start on offense today. Logan Gregory on. He'll kick it off for West Florida. Both of these teams searching for wins here early on this season. West Florida coming in 3-1 on the year, 6th best team in the country. They moved up a spot after a big win last week over West Georgia. First ever home win against the West Georgia Wolves for this UWF side. Logan Gregory boots it away. Fielded near the 1-yard line. Alford will bring it out. Makes the first man miss. Still driving forward. He'll get out to about the 23-yard line. And that's where Dylan Ramirez and this North Greenville offense will get underway. Benjamin, a week ago against Valdosta State, this North Greenville team put together some great drives. They just weren't able to finish.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things that you look for. And this is another defense where you do want to get things going early, because this is going to be probably one of the toughest defenses that North Greenville's faced this season. And it all starts with Dylan Ramirez, and he's been phenomenal up to this point. But how can you finish those drives off, especially in the red zone, which they've struggled to do much this season?
255 yards per game for Dylan Ramirez. This his sophomore campaign. First down handoff goes to Watkins, breaks a tackle. Watkins will get to the sideline. A great sign right there to get the running game going early.
Yeah, absolutely. They've not really been able to get the run game going early ever so far this season. So for them to be able to get this run game going here early, it's a positive sign to see what North Greenville can do throughout this drive and throughout the rest of tonight's game.
And it was never going to be easy. This is a West Florida defense that's one of the better teams in the conference against the run. 1st and 10. Again, back to Watkins. He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Jacob Dorn pulled him down behind the line of scrimmage.
We may have spoke too soon. North Greenville, one great run, and then there's one for a loss. And here's one thing that Jeff Arrington said early on this season. You never want to play behind the chains. That's what really hurts this offense, is having to worry about 2nd and long, 3rd and long situations early within your drive. And now, even when you're close somewhat to your own goal line, you definitely do not want to be in this territory.
2nd long opportunity upcoming for the Crusaders. Ramirez looks to pass, nearly picked off. Not on the same page with Quentin Sanders. Good defense there by Gael Laurent.
Yeah, I thought he was honestly going to go to Dre Williams out here on the flats and on the numbers, but he decides to throw it into tight coverage right there, and unfortunately just able to get the incomplete passes. It was almost intercepted.
On second look, that was Virgil Lemons with the deflection. They got West Florida to jump. Free play. Ramirez firing, trying to find Richardson. That pass broken up, but a flag on what appeared to be West Florida.
Offside, defense number 92. 5-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down.
So that'll make it 3rd and a bit more manageable after the penalty. West Florida looking for an early 3rd down conversion in this football game. Ramirez firing, trying to find Cam Walker. Laundry flies behind the play. It's going to be pass interference against the Argos and a pair of early penalties.
Yeah, and I think he just got a tug on that right shoulder, which brought out the pass interference.
Taking a bit of time. This would be a spot foul. That's what's taking time.
Pass interference, defense number 10. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic 1st down.
That'll be Quincy Milholm. And that will give North Greenville a 1st down.
Yeah, honestly, on that second look, there's not really a lot. So maybe there was a right tug on the other side if a camera would have been on that side, that we would have got a closer look. But from that look right there, Looked pretty clean, but North Greenville gets a huge break and a first down.
So a fresh set of downs for Ramirez and the Crusaders. We'll hand it off to Watkins on first down, finds a seam, wrestled to the ground. It was Colin Shaw first to him.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to do with this North Greenville run game. You want to be able to not just run it east-west, but you want to be able to run it north-south, and Corey Watkins doing a really good job at finding the seams in his offensive line.
North Greenville moving quickly on 2nd and 5. Ramirez across the middle. He's got the tight end, Richardson, down to the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 22. North Greenville in business.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was an RPO play, and as you watch right here, fakes the handoff, throws a beautiful dart downfield to pick up a huge first down, and now they're knocking right here in the Argos territory.
Couple of penalties. North Greenville, though, responding quickly after that. They're in plus territory. Ramirez looking downfield. He's looking for Sanders, too strong. Elijah Williams in coverage.
Yeah, he was just trying to drop that tier right in the bucket, and unfortunately just put a little too much power to overthrow him. But as a quarterback, you're glad you overthrow him and not throw it too short, because it could have been an interception.
North Greenville's had some good opportunities early on in this football game, Benjamin.
Yeah, they're finding the weakness in this defense of the Argos, and what they're trying to do is say, hey, let's get a feel for what they're willing to bring. Are they going to bring pressure or are they not? But they're not really bringing pressure other than on this odd front line.
2nd and 10. Ramirez slings it underneath, connects with Williams. It'll be a pickup of 9. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, this is a situation right here where you want to get Watkins to go right up the middle, go north-south one more time to pick up a yard.
North Greenville looking to go quickly. Richardson comes in motion, and now they'll slow it down. Looked like there might have been some confusion with the play call. North Greenville well within field goal range at this point for their kicker, Colin Carhu. On 3rd and 1, they do go to Watkins. He's got a seam and a lot more. Tripped up. That was Milholm who kept Watkins out of the end zone.
Yeah, just a shoestring tackle right here towards the end. But beautiful counter. There's the block he needs, runs outside, has some room, but just tackled by the shoestrings, and Watkins upset that he can't get in for 6.
A 13-yard run for Watkins, up to 28 yards on the ground already. Ramirez designed run, cuts inside, diving forward, gets to the 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, you just see Ramirez decides to use his feet a little bit. Obviously, West Florida knows him for his arm, but now is able to show off a little bit of his run game to pick up 5 to set him up for a 2nd and goal.
30 yards rushing on this opening drive. For North Greenville, they average just 97 per game on the season. 2nd and goal. Ramirez goes to Watkins, lowers his head, spinning forward, now driven to the ground. It was Elijah Williams on the stop.
Yeah, just great defense by West Florida. They already knew what was coming. Watkins was going to get the carry, and they were ready for it, especially coming outside and being able to push him back as he was trying to churn forward for more yards.
Is this 4-down territory for the Crusaders?
It could be. You know, right now I would say no, you're not down. You still have a 0-0 game. I think, you know, Colin Carhu is going to give you points. And if you're North Greenville, that's what you want, is you want to be able to say, hey, we're on top. We're leading this football game, and that's what they may do if they don't get it in the end zone right here. 3rd
and goal, Ramirez driving forward. He'll get down to the 2. They'll bring up 4th and goal, and now a decision for Jeff Farrington, and he will send the kicking unit out on the field.
Smart move. I mean, obviously, you know, Dylan Ramirez and Corey Watkins, they were just trying to pick up those 5 yards, but West Florida was only holding them right there on those final 2 plays to only a yard and a half. So good settle right here. Colin Carhu on for the field goal.
6 for 6 on field goals on the season. This one from 20 yards out. Carhu's kick Up and good, and North Greenville strikes first here at Yount Stadium. An impressive drive for the Crusaders, and they get points on their opening drive, Benjamin.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want. You want to be able to say, hey, we're on top and we're in the lead, and that's exactly what North Greenville does by putting 3 points up on the board.
A great start for the Crusaders, 3-0. With 9:33 to go in the first quarter, we'll take a break.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there. Contact local agent Tiffany Friel for a quote today.
Contact Tiffany Friel for an auto quote today.
A 12-play, 74-yard drive over 5 minutes and 21 seconds, giving North Greenville the lead on the 20-yard kick from Colin Carhu. The Crusaders back out on the field, and West Florida will receive the opening kickoff. Jalen Bussey back deep to receive, alongside KJ Franklin. West Florida playing from behind here early on in the first quarter. A booming kick from Colin Carhu chases Bussey back into the end zone. A touchback. West Florida will start with the football at the 25-yard line. Our first look at Pee Wee Jarrett. Over 3,500 yards a season ago as the quarterback, responsible for over 40 touchdowns last year for these Argos. Benjamin off to another strong start to this year as he architects this high-flying Argos offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And all he's got to do is just go get 10 yards on this first drive, and he's already a 1,000-yard passer. And, you know, he's just so talented. He's got weapons and playmakers all around him to make this offense so electric. And we'll see how he does here on this first drive.
Jarrett looking quickly, connects with Giles. Spun out of bounds, a gain of 7 for John Giles, who's coming off of a huge performance, 175 yards and 2 touchdowns last week against West Georgia.
Yeah, and these are just one of the few playmakers that they have on this Argos offense. And here's the thing, it's just a simple comeback route that picks them up 7, and it's an easy second and short here for the Argos.
On 2nd and 3, Jarrett, the handoff. C.J. Wilson finds a seam, barrels his way out to the 41-yard line where Fred Billy, the UWF transfer, pulls him down.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This defensive line's got to be able to, and even middle linebackers got to say, hey, we got to wrap up and not let them get to the 3rd level.
1st and 10 underneath to Giles. Broke the first tackle, driven to the ground. Tackle made by DeAndre Moss.
Yeah, they're going a NASCAR package to really keep this North Greenville defense on their feet and on their heels all night long, and trying to say, hey, let's hurry up and try not to get them set on defense to allow us to have a big play and find the mismatch.
That was something we saw West Alabama have a lot of success with against North Greenville back in week 3. 2nd and 6. Jarrett again goes to Wilson. Rylan Ash got there first. Fred Billy able to take him to the ground. That'll bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, like we said, we wanted to get them in 3rd and long situations, but North Greenville has got a 3rd and short, 3rd and mid situation, 3rd and 5. How do they answer right here? They already have the lead. Can they go ahead and stop the Argos offense?
North Greenville holding opponents to 30% on 3rd down this year. Good for 3rd in the conference. 3rd and 5. West Florida tried the hard count. North Greenville didn't jump. Jarrett calling in the protection. Play clock at 4. West Florida just gets it off. Jarrett under pressure, rolling out, firing downfield, and caught by Leggett. It's a touchdown, but there is a flag behind the play. For now, a 54-yard touchdown to Caden Leggett, but it's coming back.
10 yards from the previous spot. Replay 3rd down.
So instead of a 54-yard touchdown, it's the 3rd penalty against this West Florida team. It's something they've struggled all year with.
Yeah, watch right here on the left side of your screen. There it is right there. Throws him right to the ground. Curtis Ryans was going to make the tackle and the sack, but unfortunately got thrown to the ground, and now West Florida having to play behind the chains.
That was the all-conference captain, Jacob Bruce. Called for the penalty. So 3rd down and 15. A big opportunity for this North Greenville defense. And we're going to get a timeout for the Crusaders.
Timeout, North Greenville. First charge timeout of the first half. Timeout.
Jeff Farrington wanting to get this right, and so calling the early timeout here. 3rd down and 15. You hate to burn one there.
Yeah, but the good thing is exactly what we talked about pregame. You want to force them into a 3rd and long situation in order for them to pass and rely on your secondary veterans in the secondary for the Crusaders, and that's exactly what they did. They forced them into a mistake, just like what they did really well against West Alabama. They were able to create West Alabama to have those mistakes in order to put them behind the chains.
West Florida, a school established in 1963, my hometown, Pensacola, Florida. 2019 national champions, then quarterback Austin Reed leading the Argos to their first national championship just 4 years into the beginning of the program.
Yeah, just a stout program that they've been able to establish in just a little bit of a short time down there in West Florida, but very high on what this program's been able to do in just their short time of history.
Austin Reed now starring for Western Kentucky. He'll be an NFL draft pick this spring. 3rd down and 15 after the timeout. North Greenville brings pressure up the middle. Jarrett now plenty of time, steps up. He runs right into D'Avion Donald, who takes him down short of the 1st down. North Greenville probably going to have to send the punting unit on the field.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. That's the first thing you want North Greenville to do. They want that momentum to swing their way, as Jeff Farrington said this week. You want to be able to have that momentum on your side from the moment you kick off to the very end of this football game. And right now, that's what they have going their way.
Fred Billy, the West Florida transfer, back deep to receive. It'll be Logan Gregory who will send this one away. 39-yard per kick average this season for Gregory, replacing the all-GSC punter Steve Dawson. Big kick, Billy calling for the fair catch. He'll field it at the 18-yard line, and that's where Dylan Ramirez and North Greenville will begin their 2nd drive of this football game. There is a flag on the play.
personal foul, blindside block on the return team, number 11. The penalty is half the distance to the goal, first down.
So a drive that would have started at the 18-yard line now starts at the 9, and we've seen both teams struggle with penalties early.
Yeah, and it should be right here somewhere on that, right, no? Oh, right there. Honestly, it could have been on number 11 for West Florida, but I think he thought it was on himself, but no, they're going to call it on North Greenville. So now North Greenville going to be backed up a little bit.
I think there was some confusion there because there is no number 11 on North Greenville's roster. The official saying that it was on the return team. I think there was a confusion, and it looks like it's coming back. We'll get some clarification. So no clarification, but it was on the kicking team, which now moves North Greenville up to the 33-yard line. So better field position for Dylan Ramirez and company. Ramirez keeping it, fires, connects to Richardson. Richardson out near midfield, off to a strong start with a pair of catches.
Yeah, and it's been both off a run-pass option play where Dylan Ramirez fakes it, runs, and then throws a dime right there in the middle of the field and is able to pick up a first down.
North Greenville going quickly. Ramirez muscling forward. He'll get near the 45-yard line. That'll bring up second and short.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Dylan Ramirez is not really known for. A lot of people know him for his arm strength, but his ability to be able to be mobile and get outside the pocket and run on those design quarterback keepers is what makes him so elusive in this conference.
The Crusaders doing a good job staying ahead of the sticks early on. On second down, Ramirez, pressure comes up the middle. He has to run. And Ramirez goes down near the line of scrimmage. That was Walker Robinson applying the pressure.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they wanted to be able to do. Apply so much pressure to Dylan Ramirez to force him outside the pocket and make mistakes. But what he decides to do is a veteran move, exactly what Jeff Farrington said he wanted to do this week for Dylan Ramirez. It's just focus on making sure you limit those mistakes and get down instead of throwing the ball downfield for a 50-50 ball.
Living to fight another day. So third down and 5 from the 46. West Florida sends pressure. Ramirez looking downfield. That one dropped. Dinez Alford had his hands on it but couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, it was right there, and it was a beautiful throw by Ramirez, who got pressured by every single front seven of West Florida, but just unfortunately drops it. So now North Greenville will have to punt this one away.
So Jeff Farrington choosing to play the field position game here with Lance Colcutt. Virgil Lemons back deep to receive the punt. High kick for Colcutt. Lemons stepping up to field it. North Greenville fortunate there wasn't fair catch interference there. Lemons fields it at the 12. And that's where West Florida will start their second drive after a quick break. North Greenville leading 3-0 here with 4:36 to go in the first quarter as we step away.
Dear college sports,
there's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Kevin, meet your father.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin. Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Trusted advice for life.
Kevin, how's your mom?
Thank you.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Contact Tiffany Friel for an auto quote today.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there. Contact local agent Tiffany Friel for a quote today.
After punting on their first drive, West Florida begins their second drive from the 12-yard line. 5 plays, 20 yards before North Greenville coming up with a big third down stop. This defense for North Greenville was going to be tested. They passed the first test tonight, Benjamin.
Yeah, but here's a big second test. They're backed up in their own territory. How do you respond?
Quillen comes in motion. Jared will hand it off to Wilson on first down. Gets through the seam before DeAndre Moss, the shorter transfer, comes up for his first tackle.
Yeah, and that was just a great play. He read it all the way through. He's playing the tackle all the way on the other side of the field. It's a great read by North Greenville's defense to be able to hold them to a 2nd and 5 here.
This West Florida offense, they have ridden some big plays over the last couple of weeks to explosive outings. A big win a week ago against West Georgia. Looking for more offense here today. Jarrett firing downfield. He's got Giles by a step, but overthrew him.
Yeah, just beautiful throw. I think that's probably one of the most beautiful throws I've seen so far this season, but just a little too much. Probably about a foot more, he's able to haul it in and take it all the way to 6. But now they're forced with a 3rd and 5 situation. The last time they had this situation, they forced themselves into a penalty. How do they not have that here and pick up the first down?
3 early penalties for 21 yards for West Florida. It's an area they've struggled in this season. Another big third down coming. Greenville sends pressure up the middle. Jarrett scrambling, surveying downfield, and fires and finds a wide open receiver. Made the first man miss. That's Jared Smith, who works all the way down to the 45-yard line. Big third down pickup there for the Argos.
Yeah, and they almost marched into North Greenville territory. Just beautiful throwing ball. He had to come back to get it, but then makes a couple of moves to almost get to midfield, but it picks up a huge first down for the Argos.
Pickup of 28 there to Jared Smith. He exited last week with an injury towards the end of that football game. Good to see him back on the field here. Fresh set of downs from the 45 for Caleb Noble's offense. Jarrett, plenty of time. Firing downfield, looking for Giles, overthrows him. That was Fred Billy in coverage, but there was a flag on the play.
Yeah, it should be pass interference on North Greenville.
Holding defense number 4. Penalties 10 yards from the previous spot, an automatic first down.
The ball moves to the 45 and plus territory.
Yeah, there he had him holding right there on his hip, and brings out the flag. And moves West Florida now into North Greenville territory.
Actually appeared to be Jacoby Quillen, the slot receiver that drew that PI call. First down and 10 from the 45. Argos in plus territory. Jarrett firing to the flat. Can't find Franklin. He'll bring up second down.
Yeah, it's just one of those plays where you got to throw it right on the money. And he threw it a little bit too far behind his intended target. And so now it will force a 2nd and 10. Franklin
normally sure-handed. He comes from Nicholls State, where he's a top 10 all-time wide receiver. This Argos offense loaded with transfer wide receivers that have a ton of tools. Second down and 10. Jarrett fires underneath. He connects to Leggett, and a great tackle by DeAndre Moss in open territory.
Yeah, there were two West Florida wide receivers out there on the blocks, forcing guys to go outside. It gives them a crease, but here's the thing, North Greenville able to have the numbers out there on the outside to be able to make the tackle. Fantastic coverage by North Greenville, and now it's a third down situation again for West Florida.
Moss with 16 tackles in his last 3 games coming into tonight. He's got a pair already. That one was a big one. 3rd down and 8. North Greenville jumps.
False start, offense number 1. 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Actually on Caden Leggett, the wide receiver to the near side of the field, and another critical penalty for West Florida.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be offsides on North Greenville, especially on that right side of the defensive line, but it looked like the veteran offensive line starting to create a little bit of issues so far and setting them behind the chains again for another 3rd down and long.
3 returning starters this year for this West Florida offensive line. Caleb Noble's going to use his first timeout here with 2:02 to go. Critical 3rd down and 13 upcoming. We'll stay right here. Benjamin, when you look at this West Florida team, the offense, it's been prolific, but as you dig a little bit deeper, the penalties have certainly hurt them this year.
Yeah, and we saw that in Game 3 against West Alabama when North Greenville played West Alabama here in Tigerville. The thing that West Alabama struggled with was penalties. It set them back, and that's what we're starting to see with West Florida as well. It's starting to set them back a little bit behind the chains. And instead of having a 3rd and 5 situation where, you know, your playbook is pretty much wide open, now you're having to go with a 3rd and 15 where you're like, hey, we're going to have to pass the football. There's not a big enough run that you've had so far to make you feel, hey, we're comfortable with running the football here on a 3rd and 15.
Makes them a little bit more predictable. You look at some of the stats on North Greenville University, over 4,000 students here on the campus. There's North Greenville side. They will exit the Gulf South Conference in 2025. For now, members of the Gulf South Conference, one of the best football conferences in Division II. 3rd down and 13 upcoming. The line to gain is the 35. Jarrett looking downfield. Giles shoves off, makes the catch. Inbounds, they say. It'll bring up 1st and goal for West Florida.
Yeah, he was able to create some space, as you mentioned, right here down the left sideline. But beautifully thrown ball creates the space right there. Able to get that 1 foot down and picks up a huge 1st down for the Argonauts.
A big-time catch there by Giles brings up 1st and goal. Looked like West Florida was trying to go quickly, but now a challenge flag has been thrown. This year in the Gulf South Conference, video review is available. Coaches have to initiate by using the red challenge flag. Jeff Farrington has thrown the red challenge flag, challenging that was a catch that would set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and it definitely was. If we go back and look at the replay one more time, you do see, watch this, I think it's the right leg right here. Now the question is, did he have complete control of the football when this foot goes down? I think there's the control, and then there's that right leg go down right there in bounds. But is it touching that white line? I don't know. It's a tough call, but they did call it a catch, and so it'd have to be indisputable evidence for them to overturn this.
You also have to have control all the way through the ground, and that could be an area that maybe North Greenville feels the football moved. But, Benjamin, you bring up a great point. It comes down to the camera angles, and that's why the call on the field matters.
Yeah, and that's going to be probably the best one that they're going to be able to review. They have 3 different areas that they can review, but that one obviously shows the best one. We'll take one more look at this camera angle that they'll get to see as well. There's the catch. Now, I don't know. There's the foot down. Does it control the football all the way to the ground? It looks like it.
Could come down to centimeters right there. And ultimately, what they are seeing in the replay room, it is not the exact angles that we're seeing. There are separate cameras available to David White and company. North Greenville is unsuccessful on this challenge, not only would they lose a timeout, but they would lose the ability to challenge throughout the remainder of this football game. A successful challenge, they would keep that timeout and still be able to use the challenge again.
Yeah, and that's huge, especially, you know, if you want to have those timeouts late in that second quarter where you're like, hey, we can go down and score if we get a third down stop here. You only have one timeout now. That's all you get the rest of the way through this first half. So that could play some huge dividends to this Crusaders team if this challenge fails.
A successful challenge would push West Florida all the way back to the 48-yard line. David White, our head official, in the replay tent. Getting a look at this call. A critical point early on in this game, but other than some of the explosive plays, Benjamin, North Greenville's defense has played well against this high-flying Argos offense.
Yeah, absolutely, and they've been able to create some of those run plays that we haven't really seen all year, and their offense has done a really good job of that. Defensively for North Greenville, they've been able to limit those big plays that we talked about coming in. West Florida has had some massive big plays over and over again, just like this one. And then here's one more look, and we'll see if he controls the ball all the way down to the ground. I think it's a catch. Does he control the football all the way to the ground is my main question, because I think he walks up without the football. So does the ball come out? It looks like it may have bobbled a little bit there at the end, but it's got to be indisputable evidence in order for them to overturn it. And that may be a tough look.
Taking some time on this replay review. They want to get it right. Currently, though, the catch standing on the field. Giles, coming off a big week last week, this is an impressive wide receiver that West Florida has on the outside.
Yeah, this is probably one of their best wide receivers that they've had in this room for quite some time. He can go up and win those 50-50 balls every single day, just like he did right there. Even if this catch doesn't stand, what an incredible play that he just made, and he shows his athletic ability climbing up the ladder to get those high balls that are just thrown way above his head, but he's able to come down up with it and come down with it as well.
If you're a West Florida fan, you think back to wide receivers like David Durden over the last couple of seasons who were huge targets, but John Giles, a different breed of wide receiver. If you're Jarrett, you just throw it up, and Giles has the catch radius to go get it.
Yeah, I mean, third down and 15, here's your situation. You go to your main guy down the left sideline one-on-one, and he's able to beat his guy on that third down and 15 play. He's able to pick up a first down if it stands right here, and you're knocking right there at the North Greenville territory.
This one taking a bit of time. It looks like a decision has been reached. David Smith making his way out of that replay tent. Critical spot early on in this game. It'll be interesting to see if there was enough to overturn the call in the field of catch.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Completed catch. First down for West Florida. The ball will be placed at the 3-yard line. North Greenville is charged a timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout.
So North Greenville unsuccessful on that challenge. Giles able to haul it in. So you lose the challenge. You also lose a timeout, which could be critical in this first half.
Yeah, I mean, West Florida has 2. Now North Greenville has 1. Timeouts are just flying out the window right here early in this first quarter.
Well, after the challenge from the Crusaders, it'll be first down and goal for West Florida. A 43-yard catch by John Giles. West Florida looking to put points on the scoreboard for the first time here tonight.
After review, the ball will be placed at the 3-yard line.
The football placed at the 3-yard line. You have to imagine if you're West Florida, the run game is probably where you're going right here.
Yeah, and you're knocking right here on the heels of North Greenville's defense to get into the end zone, and a run play should smash it right up the middle and get you 6.
C.J. Wilson in the backfield next to Jarrett, UWF record 12 touchdowns a year ago. First and goal. They go to Wilson, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. It's the middle linebacker, Rylan Ash, that takes him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just watch him come off the edge right here on the right side of the offensive line. He gets in the backfield quickly and is able to come up with a tackle for the loss because of his speed on the outside. Look at that gap that he just is able to run up through and is able to use his speed to come up with a tackle.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, number 50. 15 yards added to the end of the run. This is number 50's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
Another critical penalty for West Florida after the play. Again, Jacob Bruce, the captain left tackle, and that's going to back this West Florida team back all the way to the 20.
Yeah, instead of it being a 2nd and 3 situation, now you're facing a 2nd and long, and you don't have a first down marker. Your first down marker is the end zone. So now it opens up the playbook a little bit more. Instead of saying, hey, it's a run, they got some playmakers on the outside that they're able to get in the end zone with.
6 penalties for 56 yards here in the first half. Jarrett looks to throw, fires, connects with Giles. A West Florida touchdown. 20 yards to Giles. He's got his 3rd touchdown catch in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and you watch how he comes back to that football. He is able to get in front of his defender to go up and grab that football. His defender had no chance at grabbing that ball, and Giles comes down with the 75-25 ball that we talked about earlier in the pregame.
Griffin Sarah on for the extra point. Kick up and good, and West Florida takes a 4-point lead with 1:31 to go. Pee-wee Jarrett says, you back me up, no problem. I'll just throw it up to my number 1 target.
Yeah, and you just watch how he comes back to this football. He's able to get right there in front and stay in front of his defender. That's a textbook play right there by a veteran wide receiver who's able to go up and make a big play to get West Florida on the board.
7-3 the score with 1:30 to go here in this first quarter. Greenville leading throughout the entirety of this first quarter until now. An 8-play, 88-yard drive for Pee-wee Jarrett and company. So North Greenville sending the receiving team back out there. It'll be Cale Swift alongside Dinez Alford to receive this kick. Greenville playing from behind for the first time here tonight. Logan Gregory set to put this one in play. Sophomore out of Clearwater, Florida. A chance at a return here for Swift. Instead, he fair catches it at the 11-yard line. So North Greenville will start with the football from the 25-yard line. 1:31 to go here in this first quarter. A strong start on offense for this North Greenville team. Benjamin, the one thing they've done well, they've established the run game early on tonight.
Yeah, they've been able to establish that run game, and it's gotten them right there within the red zone, but they haven't been able to capitalize so far on getting into that red zone or getting into their own territory. So what do you do right here if you're North Greenville and you get into your territory? You try to take a deep ball down the field and allow your playmakers to go up and try to make a play. What do you decide to do on offense? And that's what Coach Baker's deciding to do right here.
The officials making their way over to the home sideline to talk with Jeff Farrington.
On the kickoff, offside, on the kicking team, number 85. 5 yards will be added to the touchback, first down.
Well, Jeff Farrington had the choice to force West Florida to re-kick, but instead chooses to stick with the 5-yard penalty. So the football moved up to the 30-yard line, and that's where Dylan Ramirez and company will start their latest drive.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to really see it. I don't know, it was close.
First down and 10. Handoff to Watkins. He finds a seam, breaks a tackle. Corey Watkins driving down to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 22, and North Greenville quickly into plus territory.
Yeah, North Greenville welcoming the run game to the season finally, about 4 or 5 games in. But North Greenville able to get their running game established here early, and it's crucial because now it opens up the playbook, especially in the passing game as well.
Another explosive play for this North Greenville offense. They've had 13 in the last 2 weeks. Handoff inside to Watkins, quickly met by Walker Robinson. I'll bring up 2nd and long.
Yeah, it's just a little counter play that comes to the outside with the blocker, but they were able to shed those blockers and be able to get to Watkins quickly for only a gain of 1.
Why is North Greenville having success running the football tonight?
They're finding those gaps, and those offensive line are really just shoving around this defensive line like it's nothing, and that's something that North Greenville really hasn't done well this year until right here in this first quarter here tonight.
2nd down and 9. West Florida sends pressure, complete. And a great tackle right there in open field by Quincy Milholm, able to drag down Donez Alford.
Yeah, Alford had the edge, and it was just basically a shoestring tackle that holds him away from picking up the first down. And so now, instead of that first down, 3rd and 3.
And that's the end of the first quarter there. North Greenville trailing 7-3 after 15 minutes. Here in Tigerville, a great start for the Crusaders. They will be driving with the football when we come back. So a 3rd down and short coming up for the Crusaders as we begin the second quarter. On the Crusaders' 41-yard line, the line to gain is the 38. Phil Swift in the backfield next to Ramirez. Crusaders to pass. Fired across the middle, looking for Richardson. He can't haul it in. Is this 4-down territory?
This could be. I mean, you're in an awkward situation. You're on your side of the football field. You're not really too far deep into your own territory. But we'll see, and it looks like North Greenville will go for it right here in a 4-down territory.
Surprised you not to see the run game there.
Yeah, and that was kind of shocking right there. 3rd down, and if you knew it was a 4th-down situation, it gives you a 4th and 1 opportunity potentially, and you just punch it up the gut for 1. But now, 4th and 3.
Got to get to the 38-yard line. West Florida showed pressure. Dylan Ramirez changing the protection. And now a timeout for the Crusaders with the play clock winding down.
The first half, this will be a full timeout.
North Greenville having to waste their first timeout, or their final timeout of the half here right out of the start of the second quarter.
Yeah, and that's going to be crucial, especially if they're down late in their second quarter and they're like, hey, we want to go try to punch it in super quickly, or you get a big run play here later on in this quarter and clock continues to run after the first down, and now you got to waste it right here. And it looked like those two middle linebackers were going to come up in the middle on a blitz, and they knew it, and Dylan Ramirez didn't like the formation. He was trying to change it up, trying to figure out a good play call for them right there on 4th and 3. Couldn't like it, didn't like the formation that they had, and decided to take the timeout for North Greenville.
Benjamin, it doesn't matter in spots like this, but mistakes like that cannot happen coming out of a quarter break later in a football game.
Yeah, and you know, you go in with a game plan, especially you have a little bit longer time to talk about it. Hey, we don't get on this third down, we're going to go for it here on 4th down, and here's what we're going to do. There's automatically a play call that you need to have in your head to say, hey, this is 4-down territory. It's not 3-down territory. And right now, North Greenville going to stick with their offense.
4th down and 3 out of the timeout. Dre Williams not in there, seen limping off the field after that timeout. He has his right shoe missing. Ramirez rolling out, firing, connects to Sanders. North Greenville picking up the first down for just the second time this year on 4th down.
Yeah, it just looked like a little outplay, and all they had to do was go out on the run to throw this ball outside to where the defender cannot even reach it, and it's just his guy to go and get the football to pick up the first down. Great play design right there on 4th and 3.
Oh, a fresh set of downs there. The completion to Quentin Sanders for 6 yards and a first down. Handoff to Swift on 1st down, and he's met in the backfield. It was Big Colin Shaw who got there first.
Yeah, and it was just a perfect opportunity for this defense to kind of say, hey, let's regather ourselves right here after that 4th down conversion. And now you're going to put them behind the chains, only by a yard, but still, every yard counts. And great job by their defense getting in there to get the tackle for a loss.
Ramirez has the wide receiver Alford behind him in the backfield. Corey Watkins standing to his right. They motion Alford out. Ramirez under pressure, firing downfield and picked off. A mistake there by Ramirez, and it's Milholm the beneficiary.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Farrington talked about earlier this week. Hey, throw that ball out of bounds. Do not throw it where anybody can get it, especially if you're being blitzed like that. They brought everybody on the front 7 and brought too much pressure for Ramirez, where he just throws it up and lobs it up, and West Florida comes up with it.
So a big play for the Argos defense. Here's another look.
Yeah, and just great reads back there by the corners and safeties in that secondary as they're able to come up with a huge turnover here, and now the momentum starting to swing towards West Florida.
There is a silver lining. That interception kind of acts as a punt right there. West Florida will start with the ball at the 17-yard line. Quick flip. C.J. Wilson made the first man miss, breaks another tackle, and finally dragged down. That was Ashton Howard on the stop.
Yeah, West Florida, they're going to go hurry up offense, but just a huge seam for him to run up through.
On 1st and 10, the handoff to Wilson, taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they knew it was coming that time. Same exact play that they ran before for a huge chunk, but now this time, North Greenville all over it this time to be able to get them for a no gain.
D. Brown with his first tackle there. That'll bring up 2nd down and long. Jarrett looks to pass, fires underneath. He's got the tight end Blaylock. Blaylock tripped up by R.J. Glasgow. The big gain moves West Florida into plus territory.
You watch this slot receiver just come right in the middle of your screen right there. Boom, wide open, gets a huge chunk of yards for the first down. And the Argos moving the football any way they want to right now.
Just Blaylock's third catch of the season. It goes for 15 yards. Came into tonight with just 18 yards receiving on the year. So a fresh set of downs. Ball placed at the 47-yard line. Jarrett firing underneath, connects to Leggett. Leggett make Jared Foster miss and drives all the way down to the 30-yard line before James Wells pulled him out of bounds.
Yeah, those are those comeback routes where you just try to intend to get 8 or 9, but when you make moves like that, it gives you a little bit more space to create some more yards and gain you some more yards on a big play.
And that's the spot that last year's freshman defensive player of the year, Kendrick Clark, normally plays out tonight with injury. Jarrett Foster inserted in his place. Leggett taking advantage. First down and 10 from the 30. Jarrett looking deep. He's got a wide open Leggett. Touchdown, Argos. Caden Leggett, a 30-yard touchdown grab. It's his 4th of the season.
Yeah, if we just show this replay one more time, we're going to see him make a double move and create space as he goes towards the middle of the field and gives him so much separation between him and the corner for him to be able to get in for the score. Beautiful passing game right now that West Florida's showing here, and that's the reason why they hit another passing touchdown.
This North Greenville secondary just has not had an answer for some of these deep balls.
Yeah, and those big plays are what's killing them, especially in the veteran secondary.
Griffin Serra's kick up and good, and he gives West Florida an 11-point lead. Pee-wee Jarrett, another big throw. Caden Leggett hauls it in the end zone, and West Florida leads by 11 midway through the second quarter.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there. Contact local agent Tiffany Friel for a quote today.
Contact Tiffany Friel for an auto quote today.
With North Greenville defensive back Kendrick Clark out, West Florida starting to pick on Jarrett Foster.
Yeah, there was that move right there at the beginning where he fakes he's going to go towards the sideline and then cuts right towards the middle and gives him a ton of space for him to be able to walk in with the receiving touchdown, his first of the night.
Benjamin, we heard about this West Florida passing attack. It's looked outstanding early on tonight.
Yeah, and they're just finding their receivers and allowing their guys to go out there and make plays and just play football. I mean, they're allowing just their guys to go out there and create space and make some moves and be able to just create that separation that they need to get into the end zone on some of these big plays that North Greenville's struggling with.
The kick fieldable for Foster. He'll look to return. Foster, a big head of steam and pile driven into the ground, but he gets out to the 29-yard line. North Greenville going to start with better than normal field position.
Yeah, and that was a great return, but got licked right there at the end of that return, and that's a hard hit by West Florida. Great return, though, for North Greenville, and sets them up in some good field position to start this drive.
Dylan Ramirez, last drive ending on an interception. What adjustments does he need to make here?
Yeah, and that situation that you had right there, throw it out of bounds. If you're getting pressured, throw it out of bounds. Out of bounds is better than having a turnover in that situation.
On first down, Ramirez goes to Watkins. Watkins tried to spin off Walker Robinson, but able to take him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, West Florida's defense right now is playing North Greenville's run a lot better than what they did early in that first quarter. They're going around. They're kind of having that middle linebacker sitting right there on a spy, whether it's watching, hey, what's that quarterback going to do? Hey, if he hands it off, my job is not the quarterback now, it is now the running back.
North Greenville 59 yards rushing early on in this football game, but not as successful lately. Second down and 10. Ramirez pressure came up the middle, and down goes Ramirez. Gael Laurent came untouched into the backfield.
Yeah, if we look at this replay, look at how this defensive line lines up. Everybody on that front seven lines up on the D-line, and they bring pressure. There's just not enough blockers for Dylan Ramirez to even escape or make any kind of throw downfield.
So that's going to bring up third down and forever. Gavin Smith rotating into the backfield. He's a converted wide receiver with good hands. Obvious passing situation here for the Crusaders. Ramirez again under pressure and goes down. It's John McMullen who comes up with his 7th sack of the season.
Yeah, there's another one of those situations right here for the defense. Watch how he comes through this offensive line. Huge hole, and he's able to get the sack. This West Florida defense is giving North Greenville's offense nightmares right now.
McMullen coming into tonight. He was third in the NCAA in sacks this year with 6. He's got lucky number 7, and North Greenville forced a punt from near their own end zone. West Florida set up to have some good field position. Virgil Lemons back deep to receive the punt. West Florida sent pressure. Colcutt able to get it off. He drives Lemons back to the 38. North Greenville in hot pursuit. Lemons bouncing off of tacklers. It took 4 to take him to the ground. West Florida will start with the football at the 43-yard line, and it flagged down on the far side of the field.
Number 48, Clayton Stansel. Flag on the play.
David White in this Gulf South Conference officiating crew, sorting things out.
During the return, personal foul on the return team, number 23. 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
So the 8th penalty for West Florida, and instead of a start from the 43-yard line, it backs all the way up to the 28-yard line. In the field position you thought you were going to have, it's disappeared.
Yeah, it disappeared real quick, and we're going to try to find number 33 on our screen. So we take one look. 23 is, I think, who they meant to get. They mentioned 33, but there was that penalty right there on the right side of your screen earlier. It's number 23 came in with that hard hit on a North Greenville defender. So now it sets them back deeper into their own territory than getting some good field position right there almost at midfield.
That was Rodney McGraw, who played 11 games a season ago for the Argos. First down and 10. Handoff inside. Wilson carrying it down for a gain of 4. It'll bring up second and short.
I'm honestly shocked that you don't decide, hey, the pass game's been working for us. Let's just air this thing out But no, they're going to try to get the run game involved as well, try to have a little bit of a balanced offense here up 14-3.
So 2nd down and 5, the clock running, just over 8 minutes to go in this second quarter of play. The flip goes to Wilson. North Greenville got penetration. Wilson able to get out of the backfield, and D'Avion Donald sends him to the turf.
If he didn't have a tattoo, he has one now. The number 7, D'Avion Donald, lays the wood right here on the outside. Boom, right there. Stands him from straight up. It's a lion right there on his back. What a play by D'Avion Donald.
Benjamin, you think that was one of those tattoos that he's going to regret?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? And now it's a 3rd down and 2. Almost a 1st down, but with that hit, sets him up just shy behind the chains.
3rd down and 2. Line to gain is the 38. Wilson. And again, Donald takes him down in the backfield. A big stop for this North Greenville defense.
That's exactly the momentum that they needed to kind of get back into this one, as D'Avion Donald right now playing all over the field right now and being that veteran leader right now with them being down. Great play. Great 2 plays right there by Donald.
Looks like West Florida thinking about keeping the offense on the field. 15 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to have to go quickly.
Yeah, they got 2 timeouts. They could just try to draw North Greenville off sides, take the timeout, and run the clock down.
Instead, they snap it. Wilson driving forward. He's going to pick up the 1st down. A gutsy play call by the first-year head coach, Caleb Nobles.
Yeah, and that was exactly the kind of offense they want to run. It was a gamble, but they were able to benefit from it, and they pick up a huge 1st down to get the momentum back their way.
A 5-yard pickup there on that 4th down run. That was Jamontez Woods. His first carry of the game. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Jarrett surveying the field, now scrambles. Jarrett a race to the sideline, and he'll pick up about 7 yards on the 1st down carry.
Yeah, there was room, green grass in front of him, and then he met D'Avion Donald, and he decided, hey, I'm going to play it safe. I'm not going to do what my teammate did and take a tattoo, but able to pick up about 7 yards on the carry. Great decision making. Instead of saying, hey, let's try to force it in somewhere downfield, just get the yards that we need and pick up around 6.
I don't know about you, Benjamin, but I am not taking on D'Avion Donald in the open field.
Yeah, one-on-one, yeah, that's the last decision you want to make.
Might be the last decision you ever make. 2nd down and 4. Giles. Plenty of time. Now pressure comes, and Giles goes down behind the play. Zach Jordan with the sack, but there is a flag on the far side of the field.
Yeah, Zach Jordan just came into the football game and makes a big play, but can it be erased if it is offsides on North Greenville?
Illegal shift on the offense, number 6 and number 0. Penalty is declined, 3rd down.
So the big play by Zach Jordan standing. Now West Florida with a 3rd down and about 14 yards. They've got to get all the way to the North Greenville 47.
Now you got to rely on this veteran secondary and say, hey, do not allow those receivers to get behind you, or if it's comeback route, don't let them get too far in front.
Jarrett, pressure comes up the middle. He gets it out. It's complete for the 1st down. Giles tried to hurdle the defender. E.J. Bradford able to hold him right there.
There's one of those big pass plays, and it's just another comeback route. It's a deeper one, but he's able to create that space. Hurdle's probably not the best decision right there, but able to go down very gently as they pick up the 1st down.
E.J. Bradford, some good film study there. John Giles hurdling a defender last week against West Georgia. Bradford wasn't having any of that this time, but a fresh set of downs for West Florida, now working in plus territory. Jarrett on first down. Firing deep, he's got Giles wide open. E.J. Bradford breaks it up. It would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's the play that you want to do for North Greenville. Is you want to play side by side with a guy like Giles. As he's going one-on-one, you're able to knock that ball just slightly away to allow Giles to lose that 75-25 football.
A great play there by E.J. Bradford, playing in just his 5th game since returning to this football team. He did not play football a season ago. He's been a big addition at that boundary corner position. So after the shot now, 2nd and 10. The flip to Woods in the backfield. And Jordan going to drag him down, but a gain of 6 brings up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, now it kind of opens up your playbook a little bit. Hey, you can do a slant, you can do a short passing route that you've seen West Florida do just limited times because they love to just throw the football on go routes. But right now, you get a slant, you pick up a 1st down, or do you rely on that run game who's had a couple big plays here in the 2nd quarter?
Based on what we saw earlier in this drive, it would appear this is 4-down territory for this West Florida side, so perhaps a run right here.
Yeah.
3rd down and 4, North Greenville putting numbers in the box. Here comes Watson around the edge. Jarrett gets it out. Giles, plenty of room to run. D'Avion Donald able to drag him down at the 15-yard line, but a gain of 21 brings up 1st down and 10 from the 15.
Yeah, those are those plays that you can rely on to get short yards, or if you go to the right blocks or get the right blocks, you're able to get a ton more yards. And with Giles' speed, there's nothing but clean grass in front of him.
Very similar style of offense to what we see a Western Kentucky run. You dump it underneath, you get those short completions, and you just keep moving the football.
Yeah, and you trust those blockers out there on the edge. And here's the thing, that can be a benefit or a hurt.
That Western Kentucky offense I mentioned a moment ago, run by former Argos quarterback Austin Reed. Some confusion with these officials.
Please reset the game clock to 3 minutes, 11 seconds, and put 40 seconds on the play clock.
Well, about 19 seconds running off after that play. The officials resetting the clock to 3 minutes and 11 seconds. West Florida set up here with the ball on the 15-yard line. 1st down and 10, leading by 11. They will get the football to begin the 2nd half, so a chance to perhaps go 2 for 1 here at the end of the half.
Yeah, the addition of time doesn't help West Florida, it helps North Greenville.
Jarrett pump fake, firing, connects to Franklin, who strolls into the end zone. Another touchdown for West Florida, this time KJ Franklin, who hauls in his 1st touchdown of the year.
Yeah, that pump fake threw the corner off, and then he thought, hey, he's going to throw it short. No. The wide receiver decides to make a move and says, hey, I'm going to keep going, and is able to come up with an easy touchdown reception for another 6 points for West Florida.
Griffin Serra perfect on extra points so far this season. And he missed the first one right there. The lead will be 17 for West Florida with 3 minutes to go. West Florida with another touchdown play, this time to KJ Franklin. The Argos with a 17-point lead with 3 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Kevin, meet your father.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin. Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Trusted advice for life.
Kevin, how's your mom?
Thank you.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Contact Tiffany Friel for an auto quote today.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there. Contact local agent Tiffany Friel for a quote today.
KJ Franklin into the end zone to make it 20-3 West Florida with 3 minutes to go in this first half of play at Yount Stadium. Benjamin, a big opportunity upcoming here for Dylan Ramirez. You need to get points if you're North Greenville, with West Florida set to receive the kick to open the second half.
Yeah, and that run game has been efficient in that first quarter, but you haven't been able to get that going here in the second quarter. How do you try to find those weaknesses that this defense has to get that run game back established and going? And then it allows you to kind of open up the pass game a little bit, which you need to kind of get on the board right here before the half, because West Florida set to receive to open the second half. So you got to get some points here if you're North Greenville.
Logan Gregory will send this one deep for the Argos. Foster will field it coming forward at the 8-yard line. He's got a pair of blockers in front. Foster lowers the shoulder and will get out to the 26-yard line. Dylan Ramirez in this North Greenville offense heading back out on the field. Benjamin, a moment ago, you talked about the run game and how you get it started. I'll pose that question to you. How do you get this run game started with 2:55 to go in the second quarter?
Well, it starts with the offensive line. Obviously, this defensive front seven is really applying a ton of pressure right now. They're bringing every single person in the front seven, and it's getting Dylan Ramirez flustered. He can't find anything to do. He's throwing it, just lobbing it up in the air. That's how I had that one interception. And then he's just they're applying so much pressure for him to not even throw the football. So what do? It starts with the offensive line.
First down and 10 for Ramirez. Looks to pass, flushed out of the pocket. He'll run with it, tripped up. Ramirez picks up just one. A nice play there by Deshaun Wilson.
And just a shoestring tackle out there on the edge is able to allow Ramirez to only pick up one or two on the carry. But right here on the outside, gets a ton of pressure, has to come back and just dives and gets the shoestring of Ramirez.
It'll bring up second down and 9. Ramirez goes to Watkins, and McCullum gets to him quickly. McMullen giving up just a 1-yard gain there. It'll bring up third down and long.
And that's what I mentioned about this defensive line. They're able to get to these running backs and quarterbacks very quickly. And it allows West Florida to get stops on North Greenville just like that.
Florida.
West Florida calling a timeout here on third down, perhaps trying to get the football back here and put more points on the board before halftime.
Yeah, they want to be able to run up the scoreboard right now in North Greenville. They just want to prove a point and say, hey, this is how electric our offense truly is. And then they get the ball coming right out of the second half, and it will apply a lot more pressure to North Greenville to say, hey, how do we respond? And this is exactly how we do so.
West Florida with one timeout remaining, so they would be able to stop the clock one more time here. Trying to get the football back. North Greenville, a third down and 8. Benjamin, if you're thinking inside the head of offensive coordinator Donnie Baker, where are you headed here?
Yeah, you're going to go pass. I mean, he's a quarterback himself. He knows, hey, what situations do I need to set my offense up for? And with the talented quarterback like Dylan Ramirez, you have some playmakers out here on the outside to allow you to go get those big yards. But it starts with him being able to make those reads and progressions correctly.
West Florida, 6 men in the box showing pressure. And North Greenville jumps. Self-inflicted wounds for the Crusaders.
False start, offense number 13. 5-yard penalty remains third down.
It's the tight end Cole Richardson, and suddenly 3rd down and 8 becomes 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, and it really hurts North Greenville's offense right now. Hey, 3rd and 8, you know, you can kind of make up some medium pass plays, but now you're going to have to find a really deep ball pass play right here to be able to pick up the 1st down.
Cavell Connor, West Florida's defensive coordinator, looks set to send pressure. Pressure comes. Ramirez gets it out, fires. Had Cam Walker, but he couldn't haul it in. It would have been for a 1st down and much more, but instead, 4th down and 13, North Greenville sending the punting unit out.
Yeah, and you just see how much pressure West Florida brings, and he's just lobbing it up there. And he was wide open, just could not hang on to it as he was trying to turn his body around to come to the football and just turned a little too much to not give himself a better chance to get that football.
Virgil Lemons back deep to receive this punt with about 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining on this clock. That feels like an eternity given West Florida's ability to strike quickly on offense.
Yeah, their passing game's going to be what's the big factor here.
And West Florida's going to get charged with running into the kicker. Lemons fields it at the 32-yard line. He's got a head of steam. Lemons up the far sideline. And Lemons will take it to the house. A touchdown for West Florida, but that one's coming back.
Yeah, they got to the punter real late. We'll see how far this moves up the football. And it looks like they're getting this offense ready to rock and roll for North Greenville. What a big turnaround. If you're North Greenville, that's a huge play that could boost this offense to get a drive going here with the 1:54.
If it is indeed on West Florida, that would be their 9th penalty here in the 1st half.
What? There are 2 fouls on the play, both against the return team. Holding, return team number 8, that penalty is declined. Personal foul, roughing the kicker on the return team. That penalty is accepted, 15 yards to the previous spot, automatic 1st down.
So the 9th penalty against West Florida. Here's a look at it.
Right there. That's all it takes. And it's one of those situations where North Greenville, they see the pressure coming. You just stick your leg out a little bit further and you hold it right there as long as you can. And it allows that defender to run right into that leg to start spinning you around and gives them the penalty to march up the field now for a 1st down.
So it advances to the 38-yard line, fresh set of downs for Ramirez, 1:54 to go. You're in the old 2-minute drill at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And now North Greenville, they're thinking end zone. They can't think field goal anymore. This is a touchdown drive right here if you're North Greenville.
Pressure comes. Ramirez complete to Richardson. Richardson gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. A flag has flown.
It was a pre-snap penalty, so, and it looks to be on North Greenville.
Offside, defense number 51. 5 yards from the previous spot, replay 1st down.
That was Colin Shaw, 10th penalty now, and that moves North Greenville up to the 45-yard line.
Another penalty hurting West Florida from being able to get the ability to get the football back right before the half. But just another false start or offsides penalty against the Argos. Now North Greenville really just marching up the field just on penalties alone.
So the ball will be placed at the 43-yard line. North Greenville accepting that penalty. So now 1st down and 5. Pressure comes up the middle. Ramirez again, complete to Richardson for the 1st down, and the clock stops with Richardson getting out of bounds.
Yeah, exact same play that they just ran. And it was a beautiful out play. And they were able to pick up the 1st down because of the great field position that they were just given before on a 1st and 5 situation. And now they're almost inching their way into Argos territory.
3rd catch of the night for Richardson. Ball at the 50-yard line, 1:46 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Ramirez, plenty of time, connects across the middle to Quentin Sanders. all the way down to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 in North Greenville, moving quickly.
Yeah, here they come again on NASCAR package, but just beautifully thrown ball by Ramirez to pick up a first down as they're marching down this football field.
Ramirez on first down, steps up, scrambling. Ramirez still on his feet now, taken down. Precious seconds running off the clock, and that was Kenneth Martin who took him down behind the play.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, precious seconds ticking off now. No timeouts for North Greenville as they were all wasted to begin this second quarter, and that could have potentially been a horse collar, but no call. And North Greenville now set behind the chains.
Under a minute remains in this first half of play. Ramirez fires across the middle, looking for Sanders, who wanted pass interference. No flag came.
Yeah, now it's a third down and long situation. Clock is stopped now, so clock is in your favor. You have a little bit of time to draw up a play and say, hey, what could we do best in this third down and long situation? But as you mentioned, it is four-down territory right now for North Greenville as they're desperate to get on the board right before the half.
If you're North Greenville, you'd love to pick up a chunk of yards here to be able to get Colin Carhu out on the field. Did hit from 54 at home 2 weeks ago. Coaching staff said they're very comfortable with him at about 50 yards. Want to get close to the 30. Ramirez rolling out, looking downfield, picked off. It's Ralph Ortiz with an interception for the second consecutive week. And that stops North Greenville dead in their tracks.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Argos wanted. 45 seconds with the pass game that they have. They can score here and get on the board quickly, but we watch right here, not too much pressure on Ramirez, just throws it directly to the defense as they read it perfectly all the way through. And now Ramirez picks up his second interception of the night.
Benjamin, those are the mistakes that Dylan Ramirez has picked up during his career. You look back at that play, I don't know who he was throwing to.
Yeah, and that was one of those things where the defender just read it all the way through and said, hey, I want to be right here in front of this receiver. I know he's going to maybe target this guy, and he's just reading the play all the way through.
So West Florida first down with 45 seconds to go in the opening half. Jarrett scrambling. Still on his feet, fires downfield. Thrown out of bounds. He was looking for Caden Leggett.
Credit North Greenville's defense, able to get him out of the pocket and apply a little bit of pressure for him to throw the bad pass.
West Florida does not look content to take this one into the half with a 17-point lead. 36 seconds to go in this opening half. Jarrett surveying, fires, connects to Giles, who has the first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily to reset the chains.
With 29 seconds, there's probably about 4 or 5 plays you can draw up here.
Jarrett quickly up, clocks it. West Florida still with one timeout remaining. So a good play right there. You want to try to save that last timeout if you can get into field goal range.
Yeah, and there, about 1 or 2 more plays, you set yourself up pretty well in field goal range. But right here, you're still thinking end zone. 25 seconds, that gives you about four plays to kind of make something happen. And right now, with the way the receivers are playing, anything can happen right here.
You're right on the edge of Griffin Serra's career long of 47 in 2021 against Valdosta State. You'd love to pick up a few more yards. Here's Jarrett on second down. Fires across the middle, complete to Franklin. Franklin still on his feet. Now taken down at the 24-yard line. Clock stops to reset the chains. And West Florida will clock it again with 13 seconds to go. If you're Caleb Nobles, you've got a chance for a shot here, or do you kick it, Benjamin?
Yeah, I would go for one more play. Obviously, you got 13 seconds, but here's the thing. You got to make sure it's a play that gets you out of bounds or in the end zone. It's one of those two factors that you got to be thinking here. Do you want to set yourself up more comfortably for a field goal, or do you want to try to take a shot and get in the end zone right here?
Do still have that timeout remaining. So second down and 10 from the 24. Jarrett looking John Giles' way, throws it up, and E.J. Bradford able to deflect that one, and that will send the kicking unit out, I'd have to imagine, for West Florida.
Or they could be saying, hey, let's get one more play, but great deflection right here by the veteran corner right there. Swift did everything right, but unfortunately did not come up with the ball.
So with the big lead, West Florida will keep their offense on the field. 1 timeout to go. 3rd down and 10. Love a quick hitter right here to perhaps set up a more manageable field goal for Griffin Serra. Serra's long on the season, just 31 yards. 3rd down and 10. Jarrett firing for the end zone and overthrows Giles. 2 seconds on the clock. And that will send the kicking unit out for West Florida.
Yeah, had to throw it quickly, and he threw it towards the corner of that end zone to where Giles was the only one that could get it. Giles just did not turn around in time for him to read the play. Now they're going to have to settle for a field goal right here before the half.
Griffin Serra on for the field goal. 1 for 1 on the season. This one would be from 41. He missed an extra point attempt earlier on in this football game that would have made it 21-3. A chance to atone here. Serra's kick, up, and no good. Griffin Serra missing the 41-yard field goal to end the first half of play, but West Florida, Benjamin, we came in talking about this impressive offense. They showed that and more in this first half.
Yeah, and really it's just been through the passing game. They've been able to connect with 5 different receivers. 3 of them have touchdowns. This passing game is on beat right now.
North Greenville just has not had answers so far tonight on defense. How do they change that thinking ahead to the second half?
Yeah, they established that run game early, but now with you being down a 3-possession ball game right now, you want to try to get that pass game going a little bit more. Find protection for Dylan Ramirez to have time to make those plays.
Halftime here in Tigerville, South Carolina. West Florida with a 17-point lead after the first half of play here tonight.
for Dylan Ramirez to make a choice. And unfortunately, as we've seen, it's coming to costing turnovers.
West Florida over 300 yards of total offense in that first half. They put up 20 points and will receive the football here to begin the second half of play. If you're Caleb Nobles and this West Florida offense, Benjamin, you have to be pleased with the results in that first half.
Yeah, and I think, you know, if you're Noles, you're like, hey, you want to be able to score a little bit more than 20 going into the half, as they tried to do so right there before the half, but unable to do so off a missed field goal. So now, with the chance to get on offense here to start the second half, you want to be able to say, hey, we want to punch it down your throat, and able to come out here and say, hey, we're going to take a commanding lead here early to begin the second half.
Benjamin, you have to imagine the speech in the locker room for Jeff Farrington. You're only down by 17. They are still in this football game. It certainly didn't feel like it at times in that first half.
Yeah, it didn't feel like that. And it's one of those things, when you get down, who's going to be that guy to pick you up and give you that momentum that you need to say, hey, this is what we need to do to start that second half. And it starts with veteran leadership here to begin the second half of play.
Both teams taking their time to get on the football field here to begin the second half. So West Florida to receive the opening kick of this second half. A strong showing for the Argos in the first half. Continuing a trend, it's been a strong season for this West Florida team, currently ranked 6th in all of Division II. 3 Gulf South Conference teams currently ranked inside the top 25. Delta State checking in at number 8. Valdosta State, who beat North Greenville last week, checking in at number 22 in this week's poll. Colin Carhu set to put this one in play and get the second half underway. A big booming kick. Fielded at the 3-yard line. Bussey brings it forward. He took a big hit, dragged down. The tackle there by Jalen Davis. And West Florida will start with it at the 24-yard line. 262 yards of passing offense in that first half. Pee Wee Jarrett throws touchdowns to 3 different wide receivers. Benjamin, that offense firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, absolutely. And it all starts with their quarterback play. And Pee Wee Garrett, he's just been electric so far here throughout this first half. Let's see what he'll do to continue his success here to begin the second half.
Jarrett came in responsible for 11 touchdowns through 4 games this season. He has 3 more here tonight, amongst the leaders in Division II this season. First down handoff to Wilson. Makes the first man miss, bounces it outside, breaks up several arm tackles. Finally taken down by D. Brown near the first down marker. There is a flag on the play. In the vicinity of holding.
False start, offense number 6. All 11 never came set. Replay first down.
So a false start called there, and Pee Wee Jarrett not pleased, saying the offense never fully came set. 11th penalty for 101 yards. It has not hurt West Florida, but as you move throughout the season, that's something they will have to clean up.
Yeah, and they came into this game averaging 10 penalties a game. Right now they're up to 11, so right there at the average, a little bit above it. And one of the things that's cost them is saying, hey, you know, they got 20 points on the board, but because of these penalties, they could have more.
Several drives stalling due to some penalties. First down and 15. Blaylock goes in motion. Jarrett surveying the defense, firing across the middle, nearly picked off. He was looking for Jacoby Quillen.
Give that offensive line credit for the Argos, giving enough time for Pee Wee Garrett to be able to find his target, just unable to come up with the reception.
So second down and forever upcoming for this West Florida offense. They did not play behind the chains very often in that first half. Very successful on first down in that opening period. Jarrett looks to throw, pressure came. Dakota Willard driving Pee Wee Jarrett to the ground, forcing the incompletion. It'll bring up 3rd and 15.
Yeah, watch the pressure coming up right here from the middle. Defensive tackle able to create some pressure. And that's exactly what Coach Barrington and his staff wanted to do to come out in this second half, be able to force a 3 and out. Now with a 3rd and long situation, defense has got to stay strong.
I think they call that the old bull rush there from Dakota Willard. 3rd down and long. Jarrett looks to pass, pressure comes, Rylan Ash takes him down in the backfield. North Greenville getting to Jarrett, and they'll come up with a big stop on 3rd down.
It's this even man front that's been able to dominate right here to begin this second half. And they are applying a ton of pressure to Jarrett and forces another sack. Back-to-back big-time plays by this North Greenville defense.
The West Florida pinned deep in their own territory will send the kicking unit out. A great response for Jeff Barrington's defense. Here to open the second half, Cale Swift hovering near midfield. Logan Gregory, a short kick. It gets a West Florida roll. Swift chooses to let it roll. And North Greenville will start with the football from the 34-yard line. It was a bit of a mixed bag for this North Greenville offense in that first half. Just 125 yards of total offense. Ramirez throws 2 picks. How do you change your lot here in the second half?
Yeah, and it all starts with the offensive line, as we mentioned. This offensive line, if they just give Dylan Ramirez about 2 more seconds to make his progressions, go through all of them, then it will have enough time for him to be making plays.
Greenville oftentimes falling behind the chains in that first half. Ramirez brings Richardson in motion. First down handoff to Watkins. He pile drives forward. Taken down there by Walker Robinson.
I like how you're trying to get the run game established once again. As you know, one of my good friends always says, hey, you get that run game established, it opens up the passing game. And that's exactly what Corey Watkins is trying to do. Get that run game established, say, hey, make them think it's a run game, and then exploit the defense.
2nd down and 5. Again, they go to Watkins. Burrowing his way forward. He'll pick up the first down. A big play there from Corey Watkins. Some extracurriculars behind the play. A couple of strong runs here early on to begin the second half.
Yeah, and Watkins continues this up. He'll be able to get over 100 yards, but right now, just about 30 shy of it.
Watkins coming off of a season best 16 carries, 85 yards last week against Valdosta State. First down and 10. Again, they go to Watkins and taken down in the backfield. A big play there by Byron Puryear to take down Watkins behind the sticks.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays that you wish you could have back. Obviously, they're expecting the run now. That's where you exploit the defense in the pass game. But right now with you behind the chains, looks like a passing play from Ramirez.
And that's where North Greenville struggled in that first half because it allows West Florida to dial up the blitz.
Yeah, exactly.
2nd down and 12. Ramirez able to get it out. He was looking for his tight end Richardson. That one incomplete. That was Milholm in coverage.
It was beautiful coverage. I mean, it was almost double, almost triple coverage right there in the middle of your screen, right behind the referee is where this play will happen. And there's just too much coverage right there. Ball thrown in with 4 white jerseys in that vicinity.
So 3rd down and long, and if you're thinking along with Cavell Connor, you have to imagine he sends pressure here.
Yeah, and you want to dial up that blitz that worked so well towards the end of that first half. Create a little bit of pressure to Dylan Ramirez.
West Florida brings pressure. Laurent around the edge. Ramirez steps up. He'll run for it. Ramirez has the first down and a lot more. A flag down on the near sideline. Dylan Ramirez, for the moment, has a lengthy run and a first down for North Greenville, but it could be coming back.
Yeah, it looked like it was over here where the wide receivers were. Hearing a couple of claps from the Crusaders.
Holding, number 1 of the defense. 10 yards added to the end of the run. First down.
Ramirez's longest run of the season. It's a first down, tack on 10. North Greenville in business.
Yeah, he just steps up. He sees all the pressure, steps up, finds himself a huge gap to run through. And there's that holding at the bottom of your screen right there. Looks like number 7 or number 1 for the defense of West Florida.
North Greenville, their best drive since their opening drive of the football game. First down and 10 at the 26. Handoff to Watkins, tries to get the edge. Dragged down from behind. That was John McMullen on the stop.
Yeah, that was just another one of those counter plays for North Greenville that has worked effectively at some points throughout the season, but right there, just not enough speed to get the edge that he needed to pick up a huge chunk of yards, only gained 1.
Why are they having more success running the football?
Well, I think they're just finding a little bit of those gaps that, weren't there really in that second half. A lot of the times the defense would sense the run and would send the blitz in the front 7, and they haven't really been doing that here to start the second half.
Play clock under 5. Second down and 9. Down to 1. North Greenville just gets it off. Ramirez scrambling. Flips it downfield. Sanders drops it. And now a flag comes in behind the play. Looked like Gael Laurent made contact with Ramirez after the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 4. 10 yards from the end of the run. First down.
13th penalty now for 121 yards for West Florida.
Yeah, watch right there. That's all it takes. He gets them 10 more yards. And North Greenville now in the red zone, something where they've not been really effective at all season long. Let's see if they can get it in the end zone here.
North Greenville can pick up a first down without getting to the end zone, but Benjamin, to your point, 8 trips to the red zone so far this season. North Greenville yet to score a touchdown.
Yeah, and this is one of the things that Jeff Farrington would love to see, the momentum builder right here. If you get into the end zone right here in the red zone.
They give it to Watkins on first down. He missiles forward. Gets down to the 7-yard line. Nice pickup there on first down.
Yeah, it's finding those seams. It looks like Watkins or one of the offensive linemen may be down.
That's Lewis Macbeth, who was a bit slow to get up. And it looks like he's going to have to come off for a play. He's the starting right guard. North Greenville will have to substitute here, bringing on Michael Jubron, the graduate out of Jacksonville, Florida, at that right guard spot. So second down and 5 upcoming. They can get a first down without getting to the end zone. Ramirez hands it off to Watkins. Watkins still driving. Touchdown! Corey Watkins into the end zone, his first rushing touchdown of the season in North Greenville. An extra point away from making this a 10-point game.
And that's exactly what you wanted. You wanted to be able to say, hey, we have a rushing touchdown finally, and this is where it all starts. There's a seam on that right side that he's able to find and squeeze his way through and barrels in for the score for North Greenville's first rushing touchdown and first touchdown within the red zone.
A huge drive there for the Crusaders, and what a response to open this second half.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. You get a stop, 3 and out, and now you're going to bring it within 10 with the PAT pending.
I'm sure what the conversation is between the refs. It looks like they're bringing in reinforcements to continue the conversation. North Greenville, though, Benjamin, doing a nice job establishing the run game, and that was an area they've struggled in not only in that first half, but all season long.
Yeah, and Corey Watkins, just 15 attempts, 76 yards, and he's able to barrel in, and that's just something that you have not really seen a lot of this season up to this point. The rushing game has been a big point of emphasis coming into this one, trying to get that established. They've done so.
There was a flag in the end zone. Tough to tell on that red end zone. Doesn't appear that it will affect the touchdown, so it would be after the play. More deliberation taking place. Now our head official making his way over to the UWF sideline. One of the longest conversations over a penalty flag, Benjamin, I think I've seen in a while.
Yeah, and it's not even under review. It's just a simple flag, trying to get some clarification to Coach Knowles, and he seems pretty upset at whatever this call is.
Coach Nobles visibly frustrated on that UWF sideline. We've still yet to hear what the call is, Benjamin. I'd just like to know what it is at this point.
Yeah, and I would love to see why he's even arguing the call, because he's up right now, and now with the touchdown, he may say, hey, we've had a flag like this before. I don't know what his argument could be.
David White doing his best to explain it to the UWF head coach. At some point, as the officiating staff, you've got to stop the conversation, make the call, and let this game move on.
Yeah, exactly. And you just got to let him walk away or say, hey, we've done enough of hearing from you. Time for you to go sit down for the rest of the night. But right now, he'll still make his argument as the head referee, David White, goes back and says, hey, that's enough.
Conversation still taking place. Now David White making the jog to the other side of the football field. Confusion reigning down on the field here in Yount Stadium. Still awaiting the first call.
Farrington looks a little bit more calm with the situation.
After the play, personal foul on the defense, number 11. Number 11 is ejected from the game for contact against an official. The penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
So that would be Byron Puryear, the defensive tackle for West Florida, and saying he made contact with the official. We'll try to see if we can find an angle of that, but that's what led to that extended play.
Just a slight touch. Gets the flag.
So after all of that, Colin Carhu's kick up and good. North Greenville trailing by 10 here with 10-12 to go. Here's a look at Corey Watkins, that scamper in for the touchdown.
Yeah, he finds that seam right there and opens up just at the last minute, finds it and gets into the end zone for the first rushing touchdown for the Crusaders.
20-10 in favor of the Argos, 10-12 to go. Corey Watkins in the house as we take a break.
Student life. Find your place at North Greenville University, where Christ makes the difference.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different.
Contact with the official. You can see it right there in the middle of your screen.
Yeah, it was just a little slight bump. But that's all it takes for this officiating crew to throw you out of the game.
Puryear, who has 2.5 TFLs, 2 sacks on the season, in the center of that Argos defensive line, will be out for the remainder of the football game. North Greenville finishing with a touchdown on that drive, and now Colin Carhu on to kick it back to the Argos. Suddenly we've got a football game here inside Yount Stadium. A great start to the second half for North Greenville. Official standing over the football at this point. Another delay, and now Colin Carhu will send it downfield. Big kick from Carhu. That one goes out of the back of the end zone. Colin Carhu continuing a strong season as the place kicker for North Greenville. Pee-wee Jarrett in this West Florida offense coming back out. They'll start with it at the 25-yard line. North Greenville coming up with a big stop last time. What they do differently against this West Florida offense?
Well, that mistake for West Florida set them back behind the chains, and North Greenville took that momentum and said, hey, we want to continue that momentum, give our offense a little bit of hope coming out here in the second half, and they were able to get that 3 and out. That was a huge key. They were able to stop the run, and it affected them on a 3rd down and long in the pass game, and they were able to get a huge stop.
1st down and 10 now for Jarrett. They go to Wilson on 1st down, finds a seam. Drive forward, a pickup of 2, brings up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, he found the seam on that left side of the offensive line. Looked like between the guard and the tackle on the left side of that line, and was able to get about 3 on the carry, maybe 2.5.
They spotted at the 27, so 2nd and 8 upcoming for West Florida. 21st half points for the Argos. A failed first drive here, looking to respond. Jarrett quickly to the outside. And Quillen taken down behind the play. DeAndre Moss with a nice shoestring tackle.
Yeah, Moss read that play from the get-go. If we can show that replay, it was beautifully read. Comes flying out of the backfield in order to read this. Watch, he was already there by the time the receiver caught the football. Beautiful play by North Greenville, and now it's a 3rd down and 10 situation once again for the Argos.
Watch the top part of your screen. John Giles lined up against Keegan Mayfield, who hasn't played a lot tonight. 3rd down and 10. Jarrett looking deep, firing, and incomplete. Quillen unable to haul it in. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Another huge stop by North Greenville. I want to see how close this is. This is a battle between the 2 receivers right here. And it looks like that ball hit the ground right there as they went to the ground, and that may be the reason for the incompletion.
It looks like we might see a challenge flag here. Caleb Nobles is taking it out of his pocket. He throws it now. On first glance, that looked like a catch, Benjamin.
West Florida is challenging the ruling on the field that the pass was incomplete.
We'll Try to get you some more looks at it. Caleb Nobles pulling out the challenge flag. Second time we've seen a challenge flag in this football game. Here's another look.
It's like you said, right here, it looks like a catch.
That was DeAndre Moss and Ryan Cheatham in coverage. Did he maintain possession all the way through? Because he did catch the football initially.
Yeah, and that's, I think, the biggest question right here. Did he maintain? And that's what that view.
Please reset the game clock to 8 minutes, 47 seconds.
And it's going to be a huge question mark. Did he maintain possession all the way to the ground? That was one of the biggest things. You see the ball bobble right there, but he kind of looks like he secures it here. Watch right here, the bottom of your screen. Is he able to come up as the ball goes to the ground? See, right there, it looks like the ball is wobbling right there on the ground. So that rules it incomplete. Beautiful job by the referee to be able to see that slight movement that we see right there on the screen.
Did you see how that football went off of the helmet of Cheatham that even gave him the initial opportunity to catch that football?
So this should be ruled incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 10.
Call on the field an incomplete pass. So David White and company making their way over to the replay tent. Second challenge, and again, replay new in the Gulf South Conference this year. Each coach has a challenge flag. If you succeed in the challenge, you get to keep it. If you fail, not only would you lose a timeout, you do lose the ability to challenge, much like we saw North Greenville have in that first half.
Yeah, and that's what killed North Greenville towards the later ends of the game, or in that first half, excuse me, where they lost all their timeouts to begin that second quarter of play. And now West Florida, if they lose this challenge, and if it stands the way it is right now, West Florida will only have 2 timeouts the remainder of this football game here early in this third quarter.
So as it stands right now, 4th down and 10, the catch ruled incomplete. Jarrett was looking for Quillen. A reversal would give West Florida great field position and a fresh set of downs.
But it has to be undisputable evidence in order to say, yes, that is a catch. But that one view that we got from our great camera crew right here.
Watch the football.
See right here, hits the helmet, bobbles a little bit.
Just great concentration.
And then as he goes to the ground, there's where the ball comes out and hits the ground, rolls along the turf. But he's able to come back and reel it in and kind of hide it away. But great job, not by only our camera crew, but the referees on the field to see that slight bobble.
So you would say it's not a catch?
I would say it's not a catch because of that slight bobble. If there was no movement to that football, there's a definite, that's a catch. But there's that slight movement to the football as it goes to the ground, and that should rule an incomplete pass.
So David White and this Gulf South Conference officiating crew in the tent, looking over this most recent play. Again, ruled incomplete on that lengthy throw to Jacoby Quillen. North Greenville's defense, if they're able to come up with a stop here, they've had a great start to this second half. Here's David White making his way out of the tent. We'll await the call.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. 4th down.
So the call stands, so Caleb Nobles and this West Florida side losing their challenge. West Florida
second half, and has lost his challenge for the rest of the game.
So both teams now have lost their challenge. West Florida loses that timeout, as you mentioned, Benjamin, so now just 2 remaining. And now they'll have to punt the football away. Suddenly it feels like North Greenville has an opportunity to get right back into this football game.
Yeah, you score a touchdown right here, you're down by just 3, and it's a whole different ball game here in Tigerville.
So Logan Gregory on to punt this one away for the Argos. Fred Billy, the UWF transfer, back deep to receive. Gregory just gets it away. Low driven kick. Billy able to field it near the 40. Stiff arms the defender, gets out to the 42-yard line. And Dylan Ramirez in this West Florida offense after the lengthy touchdown drive, aided by some West Florida penalties, a chance to get right back into this football game.
Yeah, and the run game was what really started to get things going for North Greenville's offense. Do they go back to it? Right now it's been their bread and butter here in the second half. They really haven't had a much efficient passing-wise. So do they just lean on the run game a little bit more with Corey Watkins, who's been absolutely phenomenal, 15 carries, 76 yards, averaging 4.7 a rush.
First down and 10 coming from the 42 for Ramirez. Ramirez goes right back to Watkins. He missiles forward. John McMullen dragging him down, but able to pick up a yard, and now a flag flies after the play.
North Greenville pointing towards that West Florida defense. And now there's an argument with one of the head referees.
This West Florida team has not been pleased with this officiating crew all night long.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 92. 15 yards added to the end of the run, automatic first down. That is number 92's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
So another penalty on this West Florida team. 15 penalties now for 154 yards.
Look right here at the middle of your screen. He just rolls over and then sits down on the leg of one of the Crusaders' offensive linemen, and that's all it takes.
I don't know about that one,
yeah,
Benjamin.
I don't know about that one, but
that's ticky-tack.
For this officiating crew, that's all it takes.
First down and 10 now from the 42 in plus territory. Watkins has a seam around the edge. Corey Watkins missiling forward. He gets down to the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 21 in North Greenville, just outside the red zone.
North Greenville's run game right now is explosive as it has been all year. North Greenville now within territory of the Argos. Even better in field goal position as well.
Fresh set of downs. Ramirez goes to Cale Swift. Swift around the edge. Might have picked up 2 on the first down carry.
Yeah, just goes on a draw play to the right side. Just nowhere for him to go as the Argos swamp that left side or that right side of the offensive line.
Just a 1-yard gain there on the first down run by Cale Swift. Corey Watkins still on the sideline, 93 rushing yards, knocking on the door of his first 100-yard rushing game of the season. Ramirez, plenty of time, fired across the middle. Broken up, a nice play there by Walker Robinson.
Yeah, just tries to thread the needle of this defense. I mean, right there. Here's where it gets dangerous, right there. They bat it down. Are able to come up with a stop to force a third down.
Robinson would tell you that should have been an interception.
Yeah.
So it's third down and 9 now for this North Greenville side. Line to gain is the 11. Pressure coming, Ramirez blown up in the backfield. Gael Laurent got to Dylan Ramirez first.
Yeah, you just watch this play. There's that blitz that you saw late in that that first half, coming off the edge. It's
Like
that Argos defense.
Looked like that was Joel Vargas who got to Ramirez first. It would be his first sack of the season. Colin Carhu now on. 46-yard attempt. Carhu perfect on the season on field goal opportunities. Carhu's kick off the bar. A lot of confusion. It looks like West Florida thought there should have been a penalty flag. but a missed field goal nonetheless, just the first miss of the year for Colin Carhu.
Yeah, I think it was actually North Greenville that was looking for the flag. It looked like offsides, especially on that right side. But no call. And North Greenville misses out on an opportunity to cut it within 7.
20-10 the score. West Florida continuing to lead with 6:21 to go here in Tigerville, South Carolina.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Kevin, meet your father.
Kevin.
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 Trusted advice for life.
Kevin, how's your mom?
Thank you.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Contact Tiffany Friel for an auto quote today.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there. Contact local agent Tiffany Friel for a quote today.
Colin Carhu missing the 46-yard field goal attempt there. He was a perfect 7 of 7 on the season prior to that one. That hurts with North Greenville not able to get points.
Yeah, and now it gives West Florida a little bit more room to breathe.
Jared on first down connects with Leggett. Makes the first man miss and finally taken to the ground. It'll be a first down.
There's that pass game that we really haven't seen at all in this second half, really. As the Argos have really leaned on the run game that has not really been doing nothing much. But now, some conversations with the head referee.
And to your point, just the first completion for West Florida here in the second half. They had 262 yards through the air in the opening half. First down and 10. Pressure coming, Jarrett scrambling, firing downfield and caught by his wide receiver. That was Giles on the sideline, and again, it moves the chains.
That's one where you wish you still had that challenge flag if you're Jeff Farrington, as that looked real close to being out of bounds. But the referee saying inbounds, it's a catch as we look right there. Tough angle, but it will be a first down for the Argos.
First down and 10 from the 45. They go to Wilson on first down. Wilson continuing to move forward. Now wrestled down at the 41. To pick up a 4, it'll bring up second down and manageable.
Yeah, there's that run game again. They're just trying to get something established there to kind of give yourself a shot on those third and short situations to say, hey, let's run the football instead of having to relying on our pass game all game long.
North Greenville, you'd love another stop on defense right here.
Yeah, and especially with them marching into your territory here pretty close to the midfield. You'd love to get a stop somewhere up here closer to midfield.
Second and 6 as Quillen comes in motion. They go back to Wilson. He's got a seam. It'll be another first down. Wilson driving down to the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 and a fresh set of downs.
Those seams have come open right there on that right side of their offensive line. Right there, there's a couple key blocks for him to be able to pick up a few chunks of yards. And it's enough to get him the first down for the Argos.
consecutive first downs for West Florida. They're moving the football well here in this latest drive in the second half. Here's Jarrett on first down. Looking for the end zone and broken up. Jarrett Foster had been picked on in the first half, made a nice play there.
Yeah, and it was just a beautiful play. Obviously turns around for the football a couple times for it not to be pass interference, but you just look, he turns around right at the right time, gets his hand up in there to deflect the ball and making an incomplete pass.
That will bring up second down and 10 after the incompletion. All placed on the 32-yard line. Here's Leggett in motion. We'll hand it off to Wilson. And Wilson taken down from behind. Rylan Ash got him after a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, it looked like a counter to the right side, and North Greenville's defense just swarmed all over the running back right here, and comes like a missile right there in between the seam. Beautiful stop by North Greenville, and now it forces a third and an 8 situation for the Argos.
West Florida 4 of 9 on third down so far in this football game. Right at their season average, they're the third best team in the Gulf South Conference at converting in third down situations this year. 3rd and 8. North Greenville brings pressure. Jarrett rolls out and taken down. He'll be short of the first down marker. That was James Wells, the Wofford transfer, on the stop short of the sticks.
Yeah, the linebacker was just sitting there back in coverage, realizes, hey, quarterback's going to keep it and run. Great read by him. If he doesn't make that decision right then and there, he's able to pick up the 2 more yards he needs to get the first down. And there he is right there. Just quick decision making by North Greenville to be able to pick up the stop and force 4th down.
West Florida leaving the offense on the field. I think this says something about the trust of Griffin Serra from this range. 4th down and 2, they go to Woods, and Woods has the first down and more. Lowers the shoulder and gets down to the 5-yard line. Fred Billy saving the touchdown.
Yeah, big play right there for the Argonauts, and as they just rush right up the middle. As North Greenville, look at that gap right there. Makes one move and is able to make his way all the way up to the 5. Big play for the Argos.
That was big number 79, Ben Freeman, who opened up that chasm in that North Greenville defense. 1st and goal now for the Argos. Jarrett to the air, underthrows Leggett. I'll bring up 2nd and goal.
And just tries to throw it to the corner of the end zone. Couldn't find his intended target. Kind of surprising to throw it right here on 1st and goal at the 5. When your run game has just been so effective throughout this series.
North Greenville trying to come up with a critical stop.
North Greenville would love to hold them to 3 and keep it a 2-possession ball game.
So 2nd and goal. They go to Woods. Woods barreling forward, gets down to the 1-yard line. Bring up 3rd and goal.
That's where I thought they would go on 1st down. But now 3rd down and goal from around the 2.5, maybe 2-yard line. They got to rely on their run game again right here. Let that offensive line just go to work for them to get that 2 yards to get in the end zone. But if you're North Greenville, you want to bring everything you've got to stop this run game.
3rd and goal. Jarrett gets behind his running back, lowers the shoulder, touchdown, West Florida. Pee-wee Jarrett into the end zone, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season, and it makes it a 16-point game.
And that's what he did. He trusted his biggest side of his offensive line on that left side, just follows in behind him and his running back, and is able to just lower his shoulder and get into the end zone for his first rushing score of the night.
That left side of the offensive line has let West Florida down in the penalty department several times tonight, but they come up big in that spot right there. Here's Griffin Serra on for the extra point. Kick up and good. And it's a 17-point lead for the Argonauts here in the third quarter. Pee-wee Jarrett, the latest scorer, a rushing touchdown up the middle.
Yeah, you just see that seam open up, and he said, I'll just lower my shoulder and dive in and hopes to get into the end zone, and he does for his first rushing score of the night.
Benjamin, it's a big luxury to have a quarterback 6'4", 240 in those types of situations.
Yeah, and I mean, he's been showing his arm strength all night long, but right there shows how elusive he is with his feet as well. And now West Florida feeling a little bit more comfortable after North Greenville coming out with that momentum changer to begin the second half.
Benjamin, I don't know about you, but when you look at Pee-wee Jarrett, he reminds me a lot of another quarterback in the upstate, DJ Uyunglele, who Caleb Nobles coached a year ago, now currently at Oregon State. Very similar body size, same height, about 12 pounds of difference.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing for him is I think he trusts Jarrett a lot more with throwing the football than DJU. And there's just so much comfortable relations between him and his quarterback right now, saying, hey, I know you can lower the shoulder, but your arm strength is what really shows more than DJU when he was there at Clemson.
Yeah, that Clemson team really struggled with DJ Uyunglele at quarterback, had to go to Cade Klubnik at the end of last season. And Benjamin, some of those struggles they've continued this year.
Yeah, it has, and they're trying to get it turned around as I think they beat Syracuse today in a good ACC match, so hopefully they can continue the role to potentially continue to fight for that ACC championship spot.
Here's Logan Gregory, sends that one downfield. That one fielded by Alford. He brings it forward, bounces off a tackle. He'll get out to the 21-yard line. Dylan Ramirez and company had a chance to get points on their last drive. A missed field goal by Colin Carhu kept them off the scoreboard. 51 seconds remain in this third quarter, Benjamin. Time starting to run out on the Crusaders, now trailing by 17.
Yeah, and it's just one of those situations where at the end of the fourth quarter, I expect Coach Farrington to go up to his team and say, hey, here's the same message I told you at the half. You're not out of this football game. It's still a close football game. There's still some time. We got all 3 timeouts. We'll use them wisely if we come close.
Here's Ramirez on 1st and 10, rolling out, keeps it. Ramirez lowering the shoulder. He'll run for the first down in North Greenville, over 100 yards rushing on the day.
Yeah, and that just shows his ability to run the football as well. Obviously not been the best passer tonight, but he's showing his feet and showing his run game as well, as this run game is finally starting to get things going here in the third quarter.
Ramirez still under 100 yards passing in this game, just 83 here in the third quarter. They go right back to Watkins. Watkins driving forward. He runs into Gael Laurent, who sends him to the turf, but it's a gain of 4 for North Greenville. And it looks like that run will take us to the end of the third quarter here in Tigerville, South Carolina. 17-point game. The 6th-ranked Argonauts currently in the lead over North Greenville after 3 quarters of play. Fourth quarter coming up in Tigerville, South Carolina next. A 17-point West Florida lead as we begin the fourth quarter. North Greenville with the football at their own 32. Trailing by 17 here. They're going to need a spark, Benjamin. They're going to need it quickly.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a touchdown as the end result in this drive in order to keep things alive. 2nd and 6,
Ramirez flings it to Alford. Alford made the first man miss, still going out to the 48-yard line. It's a first down for the Crusaders and a good start to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, those are the big plays that you need to spark a drive here on offense as they go no huddle. It's Dylan Ramirez looking sharp.
Quickly out to Alford again. Alford unable to get around Walker Robinson, who drops him for a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, that time it was the same exact play, but unfortunately just unable to come up with a couple extra yards as he slipped after the catch. So it will be 2nd, and he comes off limping.
Alford back-to-back catches there, but came up limping after the latest. 2nd down and 8 now from the 46. Ramirez fakes the handoff, keeps it, pushing forward, diving, gets down to the 41-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, but at least it gets 3rd manageable now. You open up your playbook and you say, hey, you can run the football with Corey Watkins as efficient as he's been today, or you can trust the pass game with some of those screens that you've been effective on here in the fourth quarter.
Probably 4-down territory at this point of the game as well. Ramirez getting some signals from the sideline. Play clock going under 10. There's Ramirez on 3rd down. Fires complete to Sanders. That moves the chains. Ramirez threaded that one in there.
Talk about threading the needle on this play. He threads it in there precisely as he's able to come up with a big play for a first down. And North Greenville going to continue their hurry-up offense.
1st and 10, Ramirez connects. Richardson wide open. Touchdown, North Greenville. A great response there. Ramirez connecting with Richardson, his first touchdown of the season.
Yeah, you wanted to be able to score quickly, and that's exactly how you do it. Richardson wide open on a go route as the tight end hauls in his first touchdown of the year.
That connection has been growing between Richardson and Ramirez. Richardson with a career-high 7 catches a week ago against Valdosta State. A big catch there, continuing a strong day, and now the extra point from Colin Carhu, making this one a 2-possession football game. What a response.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's wide open. I mean, no one's even in the 5-yard vicinity. What a play by the Crusaders to strike back.
Cole Richardson into the end zone, and North Greenville back within 10. We'll take a break with 12:55 to go in the fourth quarter.
You're searching for a place where you can distinguish yourself, a place where you can pursue what you want to do and who you want to be. At North Greenville University, you will earn more than just a degree. You'll grow your faith, develop relationships with new friends and faculty, serve others while experiencing a vibrant student life. Find your place at North Greenville University, where Christ makes the difference.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different.
Colin Carhu on to boot this one away. Wilson and Franklin back deep for West Florida. 12:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. Carhu again sends one deep into the end zone. Wilson will kneel it, and West Florida will start with it from the 25-yard line. Colin Carhu having a good day kicking the football.
Yeah, other than that one field goal that he missed, he's been right on all game long. And right now, there's life right now for this NGU defense to say, hey, we get a stop here, our offense goes down the field and drives and scores again, especially if you stop them right here in this territory at the 25. You're going to give your offense a really good chance at great field position here on offense.
West Florida's offense firing on all cylinders in that first half. North Greenville's defense better, though, in the second half. What have they done differently?
Yeah, they've just applied a little bit more pressure, especially to the run game. They've been able to stop the run game a lot this second half.
Flag flies. That'll blow the play dead. It'll be a false start on the offense. 16th penalty flag for West Florida, nearly 160 yards. So a false start there on West Florida. 160 yards of penalty yards. That has kept North Greenville in this football game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it affected them really specifically in that first half because they only got 20 points on the board. Really and realistically, they should have had 35. But with all the penalties they had, they had to force them back into their own territory. And right here, North Greenville's got a huge opportunity to get a massive stop here and force West Florida into some unfamiliar territory.
So it looks like David White having some struggles with his on-field microphone. Came over to give the North Greenville sideline an explanation. It's been a long night for this officiating crew. So West Florida with the football now, first down and 15 from the 20. And the snap there from Jared, it looks like they got North Greenville to jump. Oh, it'll be on West Florida again. That'll be their 17th penalty here tonight and backs them all the way up to the 15-yard line. It'll be first down and 20.
Yeah, that right guard was the one that moved on that play. And now it will just continue to back the Argos up deeper into their own territory, exactly what North Greenville wants.
You send pressure here.
Yeah, you try to apply everybody, but now they're going to look for the passing game, so you might want to stay back in coverage.
Jared on first and 20, looking deep for Giles, who makes the catch. Oh, it's taken away. Foster ripped it out. He's got blockers. Jarek Foster into the end zone. Touchdown, North Greenville. What a turn of events.
What an unbelievable play by Foster as he is able just to rip the ball out and takes it all the way to the house. And now North Greenville has resurrected from being down 20-3 at the half and able to respond with the field goal pending. They'll be down just 3 points.
Colin Carhu's kick up and good. North Greenville back within 3. What a play here by Jarek Foster. He was picked on in the first half. Comes up with a big one there.
Yeah, just rips it out. I mean, unbelievable play by North Greenville. And he has nothing but green grass in front of him. And jumps into the end zone. North Greenville now within striking distance, and everything seems to be going their way here in this fourth quarter.
North Greenville held without a turnover forced in their last game against Valdosta State. That was the first time all season. They come up with a huge forced turnover right there.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, you know, they were down 17. Right now, they're now down 3, and it's just a whole entire different ball game now. It's just what an incredible play by Foster.
You think he had time to say weight room?
Yeah, he did, and he had the blockers in front of him. A host of red jerseys lead him in to that beautiful red end zone.
Benjamin, that had to feel good because in that first half, West Florida was picking on Jarek Foster like none other.
Yeah, and they were using him to exploit North Greenville's defense, but now North Greenville's defense is locking on side by side with him and making plays on the defensive side of the football, and it brings them right back into this football game.
Colin Carhu on now for the kickoff. Oh, the onside kick! And West Florida gonna land on it, but there is a flag down behind the play. North Greenville has the football, but a flag down behind the play. We'll have to wait to hear what it is. This might be a bad time for that mic pack to be out.
Yeah. And I don't know, did Colin Carhu get a touch on it before it rolled the full 10 yards? Or where the flag is really spotted, would it be onside?
Well, it would be a penalty against North Greenville.
It was offsides. Carhu did an incredible job, just didn't fall on it, but North Greenville able to fall on it. But question is, will they redo the kick or will it automatically be West Florida's football?
I think you have to redo the kick here because if you decline the penalty, it would be a, North Greenville would have possession.
Yeah. But what a great dial up by North Greenville. Everybody, look at that. Everybody from West Florida already going back. Great realization to go ahead and say, hey, that clears up the whole entire field for you to be able to get that football. And now West Florida going to be prepared if this is an onside kick, but I expect them to boot this one away.
How long do you think he's had that in his bag?
Oh, he's probably had that one in his bag since the beginning of the game when they first went up 3-0. So great job, but unfortunately doesn't turn out in the favor of North Greenville.
So now the ball placed at the 30-yard line, so perhaps giving West Florida an opportunity here at a return. Poor turn of events there for North Greenville, but still with a lot of momentum in their corner at this point. Colin Carhu boots it away. Bussey will field it at the 8-yard line. He'll have an opportunity for a return. Bussey all the way out to the 37-yard line. A strong return there for Jalen Bussey, and West Florida's going to have good field position.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball just close to the 40-yard line. And it's exactly what you want to do to kind of get that momentum back a little bit, because right now it feels like it's swinging nothing but North Greenville's side. And if you're West Florida, you want to take a deep shot and be able to come down with a reception to kind of get that momentum swinging back your way.
This West Florida offense that had been so dominant in that first half has largely stalled here in the second half. Here's Jarrett, hands it off to Wilson on first down. He missiles forward. Fred Billy put him to the turf.
Fred Billy comes in like a missile and comes down and lays the boom. And right now, North Greenville's defense is playing on fire.
Gonna bring up 2nd down and 7. North Greenville doing what they've needed to do defensively here in the second half. On 2nd down, Wilson bounces it outside. He's got running room in front. Fred Billy up upending him, but a first down for West Florida.
Yeah, he's able to escape the pressure off the mesh to the left side, and he's able to escape that first tackle. And after that, he had nothing but green grass in front of him. Here's this play, a mesh to the left side. Gets a high snap, but able to bring it down. Escapes that one tackle right there. If that was a tackle, it would have been for a loss. But now they set themselves up with a first down.
West Florida, 317 yards of total offense in the first half. So far, just 112 after that latest play here in the second half. First down and 10. Jarrett firing across the middle, connects to Giles. Giles with a full head of steam, and he will take it to the house. A second touchdown of the day for John Giles, and UWF responds right back.
Yeah, it was just a beautiful play. Goes to the middle, goes to the football. It didn't even look like a designed play by Giles, but he finds the ball right there in the middle of the field, and he's able to get into the end zone for a big touchdown for West Florida.
Here's Griffin Sarah, missed an extra point earlier on in this football game. A big opportunity here, this to make it a 10-point game. Sarah's kick up and good, and West Florida responds right back.
Yeah, and there's that beautiful play right there. Misses that first tackle, and then nothing but green grass in front of him, and a blocker leading him all the way to the end zone.
34-24 in favor of the Argos, 11:19 to go in the fourth quarter as we step away from Tigerville, South Carolina.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Kevin, meet your father.
Kevin.
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 Trusted advice for life.
Kevin, how's your mom?
Thank you. Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Contact Tiffany Friel for an auto quote today.
West Florida staked to a 10-point lead. John Giles with a big touchdown catch to give West Florida some much-needed breathing room, and a 51-yard touchdown catch out of the hands of Pee Wee Jarrett.
Yeah, and it was just a beautiful play, and right there down the middle, and there was nothing but green grass in front of them, and it gives them that response that they needed after a big defensive play by North Greenville to set them up.
Oh, how things could have been different. North Greenville nearly recovering the onside kick, called offsides. It ends up being a re-kick in a lengthy touchdown drive for West Florida to make it a 10-point game. Booming kick, and quickly a fair catch called by Cale Swift. So Dylan Ramirez in this offense with another opportunity coming. They'll start at the 25-yard line. This North Greenville team at half, they looked largely out of this football game, but the offense has been better, the defense outstanding. They're right back in this game.
Yeah, they've been able to establish the run game, and it's helped them along in the pass game as well to be able to say, hey, we'll catch this defense off guard when they get ready for that pass or that run game package. We'll hit them right there with a pass, and they've been able to pick up some big yards because of it. And then their defense has been able to step up and make a couple big responses as well. So right here, if you're North Greenville, you do want to respond and stay in this football game if possible.
First down handoff, the old hook and ladder. Sanders has a blocker in front. Pick up the first down. Some trickery from Jeff Barrington and the Crusaders.
Yeah, big pickup, and it's just because of the trick play. Caught West Florida's defense off guard, and that's exactly what we talked about. Just being able to catch this defense off guard has been their specialty.
North Greenville moving quickly. Ramirez up in the pocket again, connects to Sanders. He'll be right near the first down. And they're going to move the chains.
This offense really looking sharp here in this fourth quarter, and has allowed them to just open up the playbook a lot more.
First down handoff now to Watkins, trying to get the edge. Bounces off a would-be tackler. Shoved out of bounds by Laurent. It'll be a gain of about 3 on first down.
Yeah, Watkins looked like he was going to get tackled in the backfield for a loss, but able to break a couple of tackles to at least give North Greenville just about 2 yards on the gain.
Second down and 8, the clock continuing to run. It'll go under 10 minutes before this next play. Ramirez sticking with the ground game, goes to Watkins, sheds the tackler. Watkins down to the 46-yard line. That'll bring up third down and short.
Yeah, now it gives you the ability to say, hey, do we want to run the football or do we want to go on a quick pass to pick up the first down? And now it's in a third and manageable situation for the Crusaders.
Third down and 2, movement at the line of scrimmage. Was Ramirez able to get West Florida to jump? Looks like it's going to be against North Greenville. A false start against the Crusaders makes it third down and 7. That's how you shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, and that's not something that North Greenville has been familiar with, especially on third down. There's the penalty right. Well, I don't know. That looked kind of questionable from that angle. Didn't look like a lot of movement on that left side is where they called the flag. Now sets up North Greenville in a third and a little bit longer situation.
Third down and 7. Ramirez, pressure comes, engulfed. Ramirez going down. It's Kenneth Martin who comes up with a huge sack.
Yeah, just some great pressure and blitz right there up the middle. As you said, engulfed. Dylan Ramirez, he figured it was going to be a fourth down situation, but now with them backed up on the sack, they're going to have to punt this football away.
So Lance Colcutt on to kick this one away. Colcutt barely got that one away. Lemons wants nothing to do with it. That one will roll out of bounds near the 23-yard line. A wasted opportunity for the Crusaders, and now a chance for this West Florida team coming back out to perhaps put this football game to bed.
Yeah, they get one more touchdown right here. It's going to be hard for the Crusaders to come back and make this one a game. But right now, if you're West Florida, your run game has been probably the most dominant thing that's been in the second half. You get that going and kill a ton of clock off, it's not going to give North Greenville a ton of time to make that comeback if they need to. So right here, if I'm West Florida, I expect to run the clock, get a couple big plays in the run game, and get first downs to kill the clock off.
Jalen Bussey in the backfield next to Pee Wee Jarrett. First down and 10 from the 24. We'll go to Bussey on first down. He's going nowhere. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it.
Yeah, North Greenville's defense knows exactly what they got to do in this situation. Stop the run game, force them to pass the football, and then rely on those veteran defenders in the secondary to stop the pass on a third down. But you got to be able to stop the run right here as they're going to look to try to kill clock.
They'll let this play clock run all the way down. They snap it. Jarrett connect to Leggett. Bobbled it, but able to hang on. It'll be a catch for a gain of 4. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, this is the situations where if you're West Florida, you're going to have to pass the football right here. And if you're North Greenville, you want to hunker down right here and get a 3rd down stop and force them to punt and get at least in good field position to be able to set your offense up to bring this one within 3. But you got to get a stop right here.
Biggest 3rd down of the game upcoming right here. North Greenville, you need another stop. Clock continuing to run. Play clock under 5. Jarrett surveying, looking downfield. That one will fall harmlessly. It was Cheatham and Moss in coverage.
Great coverage right there by North Greenville, having 2 hats on the football and on the receiver, be able to bat that one down and get a huge 3rd down stop to force them to punt this football away. And now with 7 minutes remaining and 3 timeouts, North Greenville has the opportunity to cut this one within 3.
This next drive as big as it gets for this North Greenville team if they want a chance to get back into this football game. Randy Gregory to boot this one away. Quentin Sanders calls for the fair catch at the 31-yard line. North Greenville coming out here, Benjamin. This is what you want, an opportunity in the 4th quarter. Ramirez, this is a huge drive for him.
Yeah, this is probably one of his biggest drives of his career right here against a really good team within your conference. You can bring this one within 3. A lot of people didn't even think that West Florida would be even hanging in there with North Greenville. They thought, hey, West Florida's obviously the better team. This is going to be a blowout for West Florida, but North Greenville, they put up a big fight here tonight, and if they can continue to do so and bring it within 3, don't worry about just trying to get a touchdown. Get within that field goal range, and then that brings it within a 1-touchdown game and cuts it within that 1-possession ball game.
1st down and 10 here. They bring Richardson in motion. They go to Watkins on 1st down, spins off the tackler. Finally taken down by Jacob Dorn. Pick up about 3 on that 1st down carry.
Yeah, and the one thing that's caught this West Florida defense off guard is the NASCAR package, and you're not really seeing that right now with North Greenville as time is continuing to run away from them.
Second down and 6, and North Greenville in no hurry to snap the football. Seconds precious at this point. Ramirez rolling out to his right under pressure. Tried to find Sanders on the sideline, but it falls incomplete.
It looks like Ramirez is down.
Ramirez took a big hit after the play, and he's still down. The training staff out to attend. Here's a look.
Yeah, there comes that defensive lineman, McCullen, and he's just able to lay the boom on Ramirez.
So North Greenville's quarterback, Dylan Ramirez, down behind the play. If he's unable to continue, Eric Tuttle would enter the football game. He's warming on the sideline. Ramirez still being attended to by the training staff. This is a potential game changer. North Greenville, their hopes of getting back in this football game probably rest on the shoulders of Dylan Ramirez.
Yeah, and obviously he's been a huge help, but Tuttle, not a lot of playing time this season. Saw a little bit last season in that Furman game when Bryce Fields went down in that Furman game, but Ramirez stepped up and made a couple big plays. But now it's up to him to rely on Tuttle.
Good sign there. Ramirez able to sit up. He will have to come out of this football game for at least a play. Here's another look.
I want to watch if his head hits the turf and you're not going to be able to see it. I think his head hit the turf on the bounce. And it looks like he's going to be fine. They're going to probably have to do some protocols before he can go back in this football game.
So Eric Tuttle entering the football game, his first appearance of the season. Tuttle in for at least one play while they attend to Dylan Ramirez on the sideline.
It's crucial because it's third down.
Third down and 6 for the Crusaders. Line to gain the 41. Tuttle tried to dump it to Richardson, and that one falls incomplete. It'll bring up fourth down. North Greenville, you got to go for it at this point.
Yeah, but they're going to send the punt team on. They may feel like they got some time.
3 timeouts remaining, but still just 6:11 left on the game clock.
But you want to really save those if you're in a 3-point or a 7-point situation, but right now you're not within that. So I am shocked to see that Jeff Arrington will be able to punt this football away.
Big kick there from Colcutt. Lemons will call for the fair catch at the 19-yard line.
Will be fair called by Lemons the third at the 19-yard line.
So a big kick there from Lance Colcutt, pushing West Florida back, but Jeff Arrington choosing to rely on this defense. The clock, though, not friendly to the Crusaders right now.
Yeah, and I think he's hoping, hey, West Florida, they made a ton of mistakes tonight, and if they make some mistakes, it will stop the clock from rolling off. But right now, West Florida hadn't had a penalty in quite some time. So if you're North Greenville, you got to really hunker down right here and get a 3-and-out stop if you want to still continue to be in this ballgame.
Probably want to keep this football on the ground if you're West Florida. Try to take time off this clock. North Greenville with 3 timeouts remaining. They'll go to Wilson on first down. Wilson taken down near the line of scrimmage. It was Jaden Coleman on the stop.
Yeah, just watch for those delay handoffs. You're going to wait to see if that hole opens up eventually. But they're just going to continue to run this clock off and hope North Greenville has no time remaining. Just watch, there's just a delay, and finally hand it off right up the gut. Able to get a good chunk of yards on the delayed handoff.
West Florida in no hurry, play clock under 10. They'll snap it with 8 on the play clock. They go to Wilson. Wilson wrapped up, continuing to push forward. And that's going to bring up third down and short, and now flags fly. That might be a late hit out of bounds on the Crusaders.
I think his helmet came off, and it could be a face mask on North Greenville. And that would maybe be the dagger that West Florida would want.
So taking some time to sort things out to get these two teams separated. Indeed, a face mask on the Crusaders, and so that's going to be an automatic first down for West Florida, and the clock's going to continue to run.
Yeah, this happens right before it goes out of bounds. Kind of hard to see right there, but yeah, there it is.
Dakota Willard.
Right off. So now North Greenville will be forced to use their 3 timeouts on this drive right here.
The clock would be stopped after that play out of bounds. Actually, no, at this point of the football game, the clock would continue to run. So fresh set of downs. They march off 15 yards from the end of the play. The clock restarts, just over 5 minutes remaining in this football game. Jarrett hands it off to Woods. He's got a seam, lowers the shoulder. James Wells takes him down with a pickup of about 6 on the first down carry.
I think Farrington's just going to wait and see if they're going to pick up this first down on the next play, but he's just going to save those timeouts. But clock is not in their favor at all. So kind of shocked to see he's not going to begin to use them right here.
It'll be under 4 minutes and 30 seconds by the time West Florida snaps this football. Maybe closer to 4:20. 8 seconds on the play clock. Jarrett hands it off to Woods. He torpedoes forward, picks up the first down, and now you have to use those timeouts.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is, I think, they'll let West Alabama run one play and then call that timeout. That way you can stop that clock on that third down if necessary.
The math right now just doesn't feel like it works, Benjamin.
Yeah, and it will be really tough. And even if North Greenville gets the 3 and out right here that they need, and Florida punts this ball away, North Greenville will be pinned back in their own territory pretty far.
First down and 10. Jarrett keeps it. Stiff arms the defender, taken down. That was Fred Billy who upended Jarrett. It'll be a loss of 1 on that first down carry, and now Jeff Farrington uses that first timeout.
Great job by the North Greenville defense, being able to get to the quarterback, wrap him up for a loss. And that's what you wanted to do if you're Jeff Farrington before you'd want to call that first time out.
Now you need to get a couple more of these to perhaps force West Florida into a punt.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. But even if you force that punt, you're going to be looking to drive the whole length of the field. And then if you do that, then you'd have to kick that onside kick that is expected this time. So that's going to be pretty difficult for North Greenville to do, but we've seen them do it. But unfortunately, it was onside or offsides, and they weren't able to convert. But now it's just an intriguing part if North Greenville can be able to drive the length of the field and questions if Dylan Ramirez returns.
If you get this football back, you need to score quickly. That's one thing North Greenville has been able to do this year. We've seen 5 touchdown passes over 30 yards, 1 for 75, 1 for 76 this year.
Yeah, and that's the biggest question. Do you have your veteran quarterback come out there and Dylan Ramirez and say, hey, is he going to be able to play, or is Aaron Tuttle going to have to finally lead this final drive here to save North Greenville's hopes of beating West Florida?
Second down and 12. Jarrett hands it off to Woods. Woods going to be wrapped up quickly. He got back to the line of scrimmage, so third down and long, and West Florida chooses to use their second timeout. West Florida choosing, or rather North Greenville choosing not to use the timeout. The clock continuing to run here. Benjamin, I don't get that. You're going to lose 30 seconds right here.
Yeah, and it will be intriguing because now you're going to have to, maybe you're relying on a pass play to save those 2 final timeouts. Who knows?
A towel has just been thrown. Third down and 10. They snap it with 12 on the play clock. Jarrett going deep. He's got Giles, another touchdown. Third of the day, and that's going to be the dagger.
That will be the dagger for sure. And they're relying on their number 1 target, Giles, down the left sideline. And as they were trading blows between the defender and the receiver, Giles wins the battle and is able to put the dagger in North Greenville's comeback hopes.
John Giles, his 3rd touchdown catch of the day.
Farrington is not having it at all. He thinks there should be a PI on the offense, and Farrington is letting these referees know every word and every thought.
John Giles, 11 catches now, 277 yards through the air and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's just an insane stat to see Giles.
Benjamin, I think we picked the right spotlight player to begin this game.
Yeah, Giles has done a phenomenal job, but give credit to Jarrett. Jarrett's throwing these balls right on the money. As you see the back and forth blows between Giles and the defender, and Giles comes up with the 50-50 win. Is able to get his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Pee Wee Jarrett over 400 yards passing with that bomb to John Giles. 419 yards, 5 touchdowns today for Pee Wee Jarrett. What a day for John Giles. By far a career high. The transfer from Virginia Union having a huge performance here in Tigerville.
Yeah, he is, and he's just been phenomenal. And give credit to Coach Knowles and the staff being able to help him develop his passing game and look like a true quarterback that can lead this team to another championship.
West Florida will kick this football away.
On the kick for the Argonauts, number 19, Griffin Sarah, and back deep for the Crusaders, number 24, Jared Foster.
17-point lead for West Florida. Well, on their way to their 4th victory of the season. Sarah sends it deep. Alford receives. He'll bring it out. And quickly taken down near the 22-yard line. Looks like North Greenville will send Dylan Ramirez back out on the field, but trailing by 17 with 2:40 to go. I don't see Houdini in the building, Benjamin.
Yeah, but give credit to North Greenville. They've done everything they could to claw back and fight to be competitive in this football game, and they've fought tooth and nail with West Florida for about 3.5 quarters, and unfortunately, West Florida's passing game has been the difference here tonight.
So first down and 10 for Ramirez. Pressure comes, able to evade, and now throws it away. Nice job there by Ramirez to spin out of that would-be sack attempt by Ralph Ortiz.
Yeah, because that would be a loss of almost 20 on the play if he does get sacked at around the 10. It's a great job being able to elude the pressure and be able to throw it away with the receiver in the vicinity.
Second down and 10. Clock is stopped with 2:32 to go. Ramirez completes to Sanders. He can't evade the tackle of Lemons, and flying in later is Ortiz to finish off the tackle.
Yeah, great job wrapping up the receiver and not letting him slip away. A lot of these North Greenville receivers have made a couple of moves tonight where they've been able to pick up a couple of yards, but great job by the tackling of the West Florida defense.
Third down and 6 for North Greenville. Clock running, under 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Ramirez across the middle. He's got Sanders again. It's a first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily.
Great job picking up the quick pass play. But now if you're North Greenville, you got to find some bigger plays in your back pocket in order to at least chip away at this lead.
So the clock now runs. Ramirez on first down, steps up, took a big hit, and it's picked off. Milholm comes up with an interception. It's the 3rd of the day for Ramirez, and that will end this football game.
Yeah, and he'll go down with what looks like a right leg injury as he comes down. Looks like he just twists that ankle. But that will definitely be the dagger and kill the hopes of North Greenville's comeback return. But incredible play by Jarrett and Giles tonight on their hookups.
Benjamin, West Florida came into tonight the 6th-ranked team in the country. They were 3-1, and they looked as good as advertised.
Yeah, and they had a couple of times where, you know, the penalties, obviously, I think that's the biggest thing that they will focus on, limiting those mistakes. Because when you play bigger opponents, when you get down the road like Delta State or Valdosta State, as we mentioned, who are also in that top 25, you know, they'll have to focus in on some of those things. But John Giles just today, 11 receptions, 277 yards and 3 touchdowns, 25 averaging per reception. That's just an insane number to see from a guy like him.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
They'll snap it here, hand off to Bussey. He has a C, Bussey! The C's part! Touchdown, West Florida! And the Argos pouring it on here in Tigerville.
Yeah, Bussey was running that one all the way to the bus. He was ready to hit the road and get things out of here, and that will do it for North Greenville as West Florida caps off one more touchdown in the run game.
Jalen Bussey's 2nd touchdown of the season. This one goes for 57 and an extra point away from a 24-point lead. This one has gotten out of hand in a hurry. Sarah's kick up and good. And West Florida doubling up the Crusaders here at home as the fans start to exit.
Yeah, and then just he departs the seas with that offensive line. And those linebackers were blitzing, and there was nowhere for Bussey to go but that North Greenville end zone.
You think he thought about falling down?
Yeah, he may have thought about it just to kill the clock, but you know, with it being only his second rushing touchdown, he said, oh, I got to get one score in. So
a 24-point lead, a minute 20 to go. North Greenville, one final opportunity here in this football game upcoming. A promising night at times for the Crusaders, but in the end, it's this West Florida team that's just going to be too much for Jeff Farrington's team.
Yeah, and I bet you Coach Farrington will tell you the score does not tell the full story of this game. North Greenville really did make it a competitive ball game for 3.5 quarters, and then for the final half of that fourth quarter, West Florida has really just shown their true dominance that they showed in parts of that first half.
North Greenville made this a 3-point game with 12:55 to go in the fourth quarter. Over the ensuing 11 and a half minutes, this game has escalated quickly, as they say. 21 unanswered points for West Florida. They lead by 24. Griffin Sarah puts that one in play on the ground, fielded at the 35-yard line. One final opportunity here for North Greenville. It appears North Greenville set to send Eric Tuttle out onto the field, the backup. It looks like Ramirez's night is done after 3 interceptions.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you know, you only got a minute 20 left. You never know when injuries will occur, and you want to give Eric Tuttle that time that he needs to develop in an in-game situation instead of just going and facing his normal defense that he sees every single day.
So Eric Tuttle in the football game. He briefly entered on the last series after Ramirez had to exit for a play. First down and 10. Tuttle firing, looking for Tolbert, overthrew him.
Yeah, that was close to being intercepted, and if he does, that's another touchdown for the Argos.
Benjamin, if you're this North Greenville team, what can you take away from tonight's football game?
Well, you were competitive, and that's something a lot of people didn't think North Greenville would be in this football game. And obviously, they made a ton of mistakes for West Florida, but you capitalized on those. How can you continue to do that moving forward?
Second down and 10. Tuttle rolling to his right. Steps up. And now taken down. Big number 54, Justice Williams with the sack. And the clock runs under a minute.
Yeah, here comes the pressure. And I love the pump fake. It draws the defense off and then decides to try to do it one more time. And then just gets leveled by this Argos defense, who has been lights out for majority of the night.
A big performance tonight for this Argos defense. 5 total sacks in this football game. They've made things so challenging all night. Here's Tuttle on third down. Floats it up. He's got Alford. The pass dropped. That one would have been for the first down.
Yeah, and it's exactly what Tuttle was drawing up. Coach Donnie Baker was drawing up as well. Beautifully thrown ball. Just cannot haul it in.
So 30 seconds to go. 4th down and 14. North Greenville going to keep their offense on the field. The mass exodus starting to take place here inside Yount Stadium. Play clock hits 0. And a flag will fly here. That might mean North Greenville set to punt.
Number 16 remains 4th down.
North Greenville backed up 5 more yards. Fourth down and 19 now for the Crusaders. Tuttle under pressure, tried to throw across the middle. Not on the same page with Walker. Ralph Ortiz nearly had his second interception.
Yeah, and it would have been for a return, almost for a touchdown. The way he had it on that right side of the field, he would have been able to have a couple of blockers to maybe make that big play, but unfortunately unable to come up with the football. But that should do it for West Florida.
West Florida, they kneel away from their 4th victory of the season. The Argos, the 6th-ranked team in the country, putting together another strong showing here tonight, and they will remain undefeated in this series against the Crusaders, moving to 5-0 with tonight's win. So Pee Wee Jarrett set to go into victory formation. The Argos will move to 4-1 on the season. Jarrett kneels it down. And that will be all she wrote tonight. A dominant performance from this West Florida side. They make another statement here in Tigerville.
Yeah, and it was all in the passing game. Jarrett literally found his #1 target all night long, and he was able to haul in those big grabs for touchdowns. So big play in the passing game for this Argos offense.
A big performance tonight from West Florida. They put up 607 yards of total offense. They win this one by 24. West Florida 4-1 on the season. They improved to 2-0 in Gulf South Conference play. The Crusaders dropped below 500 to 2-3 and 1-2 in Gulf South Conference play. Another big night here for the West Florida Argonauts. For our producer, Will Cahally, Benjamin London, I'm Noah Frary saying so long from Tigerville, South Carolina, where once again our final score, West Florida 48, North Greenville 24. This has been a production of Flow Sports and Gulf South Conference football. Have a good night, everyone.